Hello? Oh my gosh, it feels like it's been heckin' forever since I streamed. I don't know why, dude. I feel like I've been in a coma. My sleep has been... Yikers! But I had such a good dream today. It was so nice. But I got cock-blocked, as per usual. Welcome back, Santos. I was very sad. I was so sad. I tried to go back to sleep to continue the dream and it didn't work. What was the dream? Okay, well, for context, I was watching clips from Love Through a Prism, sorry, not prison. And spoilers for that, but basically he's like engaged, but it's not like, I think it's like more it's more of a formal engagement rather than like he met someone, started dating them, and then like, you know, got engaged. Right? And it was basically low-key about Caleb again. When am I gonna get my Raphael dreams? I never get my Raphael dreams. It's just Caleb. Which, I mean, I'm not like, I don't mind it, right? But it'd be nice to have some variety. And arrange you, kind of, yes. Sometimes it does work. Sometimes it does work where I can go back to sleep and I can continue my dream. Unfortunately, this was not a time. Wait, what, the same time as Elder Scrolls 6? What is that? That doesn't exist. It never will exist. That's so sad. But yeah, anyways, in the dream, I guess because I watched clips of them fighting, because she got confronted at like a ball and she didn't know that he was engaged, right? I was watching it and I guess it manifests in my dreams because I guess in the dream, right, I was cuddling with fictional Caleb and I guess he tried to make a move and I was like, nah, you gotta get all your stuff sorted out first before anything happens here, right? And then in that moment, he sends a text saying like, I remember reading the text, like I can remember some of the words he wrote verbatim, and he's like, at the end of it, he ends it with like, yeah, well, I mean, I'm in love with Amaya anyway, I don't know what you expected. And I was like, well, please don't sim for some of the hot characters in this game you play. Yeah, that's stupid to ask me that. So I'm gonna do it anyways. I'll sim for whoever I want to sim for. But I remember reading the text and I was like, Jesus Christ, dude! You could approach this with a little bit more tact. I was like, wow. He literally wrote Lamau at the end of at the end of the text. I guess, okay, the premise was changed a little bit when I read that text because it was like more like this person asked them out and kept pressuring them and pressuring them and pressuring them, but he didn't want to be with them, I guess. Sorry, I spilled my food. Ah, damn it. It's so hard to get grease stains out. And then yesterday I also made coffee jelly, which some people may or may not have seen a picture. Well, I will say, I'm eating some of the leftover coffee jelly I made yesterday. The coffee flavor really seeps in. I'm eating just tocino and rice, and then what do you call it? And then coffee jelly. I mean, coffee jelly from scratch is very easy. If you ever want to make coffee jelly, super easy. Like, actually. Right? It did look good. It tasted good too. I will say though, if you keep it overnight with the liquid will start to very much taste like coffee jelly. Elder Scrolls 6 when I get the dream I want. You know what? At least my sleep has been deep enough for me to remember my dreams lately. I used to remember all the time, but now not so much anymore. So having a 2, like twice, I guess. Damn it, I spilled it. In like a few weeks was really nice. I suppose this is how I learned you'll call it jelly, actually. What would it be called if not coffee jelly? Did you pause on your meds? Yeah. Because I've been waking up so late, and I really need to get up early for next week. Like a combination of cute dreams and nightmares, Max. I haven't had too many nightmares recently, thankfully. But now I feel like I'm jinxing it. You call it Jello? It feels wrong. It feels very wrong. How are you guys though? What did you get up to? I spent like 5 hours trying to figure out settings for karaoke streams. I guess more like 2 hours actually. Maybe I'll do let me call it a karaoke stream next week. I don't know what I'd sing though. I kind of want to do like a heartbreak themed karaoke because it's Valentine's Day next week. Fuck that holiday, by the way. All my homies here hate Valentine's Day. I'm almost done, sorry. I don't have the vocal stamina for 8-hour karaoke streams. Well, I mean, maybe, but it would definitely degrade in quality very quick. To say the least. Well, sorry, okay? It's okay because your girlfriend is my wife. So don't worry about it. Are we spending next Saturday together? I mean, when you say it like that, it makes me not want to. It makes me want to not spend time on this earth. I got out of bed at 4 p.m. when I was supposed to meet an adult and do shit today. I guess I'll try again tomorrow. Dude, that's how I feel all the fucking time. I'm biased as fuck because I hate every holiday except Halloween. I don't like holidays much anymore, to be honest. I'm not gonna ruin them for other people except Valentine's Day. Fuck you guys. But I just like I don't really enjoy them as much as I used to. Oh shit, I need to get my hydrate redeem. And then my PD starting soon. I've been really slacking on these. I need to do the Warhammer what do you call it? Test. Give yourself 3 compliments. I mean, no one said I couldn't repeat them, right? Here. Give yourself 3 compliments. I can do this. I'm... Welcome back, Mac. Holy shit, it's already been 2 months? Wow. This feels so weird. Ah. Sorry. I set an alarm in case I didn't wake up. Love yourself, do better ones? Oh, but that's embarrassing. I'm nice, have a pleasant demeanor, and I'm funny. There we go. 3 compliments. Did I get my hydrate one? I wish I could see whether or not I claimed one, because I don't think I got my hydrate one. But I just drank water, so you know. You have a date, Puffy? Hey, good luck to you, man. I hope it goes well. Valentine's Day and Christmas are both ruined holidays. They're just greed sold under the veil of fake happiness. For me, it's more like people keep dying around holidays, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of a bummer. Or something terrible happened in my personal life. Well, I mean, the dying is not great, but also that, you know, like something else. So I kind of just don't really care too much anymore. Old school ringtone? Okay, well, I purposely picked the most obnoxious ringtone or alarm sound possible, so it would force me to get up, basically. Not ever straight, but like do a set, rest, yap a little, and do a bit more. Actually, don't do much talking during my karaoke streams, funnily enough. Which I always kind of... I found a little bit weird when other people do it. More not like weird that they do it, but I was just like, oh, that's something people do. Hi, dude. Hi, Shinon. If you repeat the same compliments, it just becomes a mantra. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. Oh, hold on. I need to do the Warhammer quiz so I can do a test on stream. It doesn't have any inappropriate questions, right? Did you guys screen it already? Where is it? Let's see. 45 questions! Oh dear God. Okay. 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 Where is it? 45 questions. And the thing is, they aren't even multiple choice, man. That, like, they're not multiple choice. Here. Okay. Here, let me, shoot. What do I press again in order to do this? No, not that. Is it perhaps this? No. How do I, nope. You wake me up. How do I crop? Hold on, let me Google this. How to crop in OBS with shift. Alt? Well, drag. Alt. I pressed Alt. And let me try again. Yeah, it's not working. I'm literally pressing Alt, dude. You have to press Alt Shift, dumbass. Here, we'll do this. I don't know how long these are, or how big these are gonna be, so I'll do this. This is for my points, okay? Also, I'm kind of curious, so I might as well do it on stream. I enjoy working as part of a team or collaborating with others to achieve a goal. I mean, I would guess, I would say so, yeah. I think it depends, though. What it is and what we're working towards, because some things are more fulfilling than others, in my opinion. So I'll just put... I'll put middle of the pack. Yeah, okay. We're a little lower. Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe in the importance of defending what is right and just. I'm highly adaptable and tend to think on my feet in unexpected situations. What do you think, chat? Do you think I am? I think decently so. Yeah. Oh, you want me to link the quiz in chat? Sure. 1 second. It's also in Discord if the link gets lost. Baby, you're what you know. There's one. There, you guys can take it alongside me. You'll probably finish faster than I. There you go. I believe the end justifies a means, and sometimes sacrifices must be made to achieve a greater goal. A little bit. I believe that following a set of rules and principles is the best way to achieve success. Somewhat. I think there's a sense of discipline that's required to achieve success, but I don't think that necessarily sticking to the rules is entirely the best way to go about it. Just like unconditionally, you know what I mean? What's up, Cafe? We're just taking a quiz so we can get points for the glitchstars Cupidus event that my company's running. Yay! I would say probably around here is where I would put it, you know? I have a strong sense of duty and responsibility to those who I care about. Yeah, I'd say so. I'm comfortable following orders and executing them with precision. I'd say for the most part. I think. I believe that technology and innovation are keys to achieving success. I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess, like, personal success or what? I'm not sure. I would say this, though. Sure. I don't know if they're keys to achieving success. I guess it depends on the time frame, but I mean, technology is all relative, right? So I guess I put it in the mild section. I believe that strength and power are the most important qualities a person can possess. Disagree. I think there's things that are way more important or valuable to you and your success. Are we doing the corporate star sign test? We're doing this which Space Marine chapter test. I value independence and personal freedom above all else. Do I? Yeah, I would say I value it pretty strongly. This is as close as I get middle. I believe that's important, but I guess be above all else. You know, okay, above all else, then no. I believe that's important to challenge authority and question the status quo. Oh yeah, absolutely. I value tradition and heritage and believe they should be respected and preserved. 100%. I do believe that. But yeah, this one's for the loyal factions. I'm highly adaptable and thrive under any conditions. I would say I'm decently adaptable. Whether or not I'd thrive, I'm not sure, frankly. I'll keep it like this. Huh? In any environment versus under any conditions? Well, is an environment not the condition? Huh? What? What is the difference? You guys are already finished? You're so much faster. I'm only on 14. Am I thinking about this too much? Okay, well, you know what? I'll put the same thing then. I do believe in the importance of community helping others. I enjoy pushing myself to the limit and testing my own limits. Yes, but not for exercise. I'm highly competitive and enjoy pushing myself to be the best. I would say decently competitive, yeah. I think it means psychological conditions. I thought it said psychological condoms. I believe in the importance of being true to oneself and one's own values. Yes. I think you are defined by your values. I do value loyalty and trust in my relationships with others. I prefer to work alone and rely on my own abilities rather than collaborate with others. Yeah, I would say so too. I'm highly empathetic and attuned to the emotions of others. I think so, yeah. I'm highly disciplined and focused on my profile. Nope. I'm comfortable keeping secrets and working with shadows. I have mixed feelings about it. You're just a streamer and that's why it takes longer. You know what? Low key, you're right, Darkblade. What's up, man? Streaming, when you're doing anything while streaming, it actually takes way longer. Like, actually. I got Iron Hands. Which one is that one again? You know, I would have to... I am comfortable keeping secrets for the most part, but like working in the shadows I feel like would stress me out. I'm highly perceptive. I think I'm decently perceptive, yeah. I believe in striving for excellence and achieving the highest level of proficiency in my chosen field. Yeah. I'll put it over here though, because I could be more ambitious. I value loyalty and brotherhood above all else. I certainly do value it a lot. Yeah, I mean, what a toner god is like crazy obvious in my opinion. I'm often motivated by emotions and feelings. I don't know. I don't really feel anything, so I'm willing to do whatever it takes to achieve the goals, even if it means bending the rules. Well, bending the rules is different from necessarily compromising on your values. So, to an extent, yes. I believe in the importance of moving quickly and decisively to achieve success. I disagree. I don't think the speed at which you do anything is necessarily relevant to this, you know? I think it depends, you know? Oh, the tech dudes adjacent to Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm feeling angel for Amaya based on nothing. Okay. We'll see if I get blood angels. A lot of you guys are getting blood angels. I'm willing to endure physical comfort in order to achieve my goals. Well, I want to get skinnier, but I needed a ludicrous amount to pay me to do exercise, so no one would do it. So probably not. I think if it's like anything other than exercise, sure. You know what I mean? There's something about physical exercise that I'm not a huge fan of that prevents me from doing it. Oh, there's a percentage to it too. You know, I'll put it in the middle because I'll experience any pain but exercise. Because I actually have decent pain tolerance. I believe that honor and loyalty are the most important qualities a person can possess. No. I do think they're important, but like... I feel as though specific morals are more important. I believe in the power of self-discipline and hard work to achieve success. I do! However, it is not something I necessarily apply to myself. I believe that everyone has something valuable to contribute regardless of their background or abilities. Yeah, except people on the internet. When they're little keyboard warriors. But generally, yes. I believe it's important to fight for justice and fairness in all areas of life. Yeah, I think so. Do I believe it to that extent? Why wouldn't I? What is an area I would not feel it is important to fight for in? What's up, Shy? Long time no see. Others hard work to achieve your success. Shit, you right. Chat, get to work. Clip me now. This is clip-worthy content. It's not, but still. I mean, to be fair, you've had a couple injuries recently, Soda. Like, you've had like 2 or 3 in the past year and a half. So if you're worried about hurting yourself, then it's best you take a break. I believe in the importance of celebrating one's victories and accomplishments. Yeah, but I'm not really the type to do it myself. Like, I'll tell you guys to praise me for little shit, but like, compared to my peers who can openly just like bring up their accomplishments, I'm very, very quiet in comparison, I guess. And subdued. So I do think it's important, but like, I don't know. I'm willing to take extreme measures to achieve my goals. I don't know, it depends. I just get like shy when it actually comes down to stuff like that. Yeah, I'm very like low-key about it. Were you so smart and talented? That's true. If only you would be so in your grammar. I guess I'll put it in the middle. I appreciate beauty. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm highly mobile. I'm not mobile. I prefer to make decisions based on logic and reason rather than emotion. I'd say so. I'm highly creative and enjoy expressing myself through art, music, other forms of creativity. Yes. I'm comfortable operating in a stealthy and secretive manner. Nope. I believe that justice and morality should be upheld at all costs. I would actually say this. I would like to, but the thing is, in an ideal world, like, it's not so simple. Sometimes you need to live another day in order to pursue your sense of justice in a way that you can actually make a difference. I believe in the importance of enjoying life and having fun, even in the midst of difficult circumstances. I'd say so. And you need to be reminded of a reason for living. I'm willing to sacrifice short-term goals for long-term success. I should be, but I'm actually very impulsive about certain purchases, for example. I'm willing to take risks in order to achieve my goals. Not so much, honestly. I'll put it like in the middle or over here. This is what I got. Oh, hold on. Let me... There you go. Oh, shoot. This is what I got. Can you read this? Is this good? I didn't... Oh, I guess they're the nicest faction, right? Or I guess the most moral question mark faction. A lot of these are based off your morality. Space Wolves! Interesting, I didn't think that. You got 4 of them the same. Oh shit, you were right, I did. How is this possible? Below there's a justification. Oh, thank you. Oh, oh wow! Does it have multiple? Oh no, that's... I think that's an advertisement. Okay, the Salamanders are a loyalist Space Marine chapter known for their exceptional craftsmanship and their dedication to protecting the weak and innocent. They are descended from the Primarch Vulcan, who instilled in them his own values of honor, loyalty, and compassion. The Salamanders place great importance on the quality of their weapons and armor, and they are renowned for their skill in crafting and forging. They take great pride in their work and view it as a sacred duty to create weapons and armor that are not only effective in combat, but also aesthetically beautiful. Oh shit, Salamander, pop off! In battle, the Salamanders are fierce and relentless warriors who will stop at nothing but to protect the innocent. They are especially skilled at close quarters combat and excel in fighting in cramped environments such as tunnels and corridors. They also are adept at using flame-based weapons, which they use to great effect against the enemy infantry and vehicles. Salamanders also have a strong sense of community and are deeply committed to protecting people of Imperium. They value honor, integrity, and self-sacrifice, and their actions have earned them respect and admiration of other Space Marine chapters. I don't know, is this what you guys expected from me? Hold on, let me take a screenshot and post in Discord. Everyone post your results in Discord. That's kind of crazy though. 97% nearly? Wowzers. Oh, that's what this is for. What are the other ones? Oh, hold on, I need to... I did a test on stream. What is this goal? PTuber, get seven $1 super chats from 7 different users, or 7 100 bits on Twitch from 7 different users. Can they be stacked? Logs, can you get 3 from Twitch and then 4 from YouTube? Or no? That's fine? Okay, so you just need 7 different people overall. Thank you, Nemo. Thank you. Okay, well, I guess that's 1. Hit a 25 sub goal. Yep. Rainbow Super. Get 1 super chat of every color from 1 user. On Twitch, get 1 bit color for each color. Thank you, Mom. That's 2 out of 7. Thank you, Jess. Can we get 4 more? 4 more dollary dues so I can get 200 points and become a PTuber. That's what I want to be. Thank you for Fury. Okay, so we're at 4 out of 7. Can we get 3 more? Rainbow Super. Get 1 super chat of every color from 1 user. On Twitch, get 1 bit color from each color. From 1 user instead. I'm assuming these can overlap. Thank you, Maldoran. Thank you, Vex. Thank you, Durfee. We did it! Yay! I get 200 points. Do you know what this means? I can gamble! And thank you, Willow. I need to do my coin flip for today. If I lose my coin flip, I end stream. I'm done. It is time to gamble. Look. Where is my gambling? There we go. I have 925 points. I can't wait to lose them all. Let's go to the casino, chat. Thank you, Molkash. Let's see. Where is it? Oh shoot. Oh, you know what? I think it actually might have been here at the very bottom. Task gamble medium. Pay 50 points and call heads or tails. Call correctly and win 200 points. Okay, I got this. I got this. This is gonna be easy heads, okay? Gamble medium. Can you... Okay, wait. Imagine if you gambled all these at the same time. You paid all these at the same time and you only flipped once. No! Sorry. My drink holder broke. And so it kind of only half works now because of course everything would break on me. So it fell somehow. I don't know how. Anyways, let's see. We pull 50. And thank you, Crispy. You're blessing the RNG. Okay, let's see. I'm calling heads right now. Heads right now. Where's my coin flip? Oh, yes! Okay. I get 200 points. Let's see. Another one. Pay 25 points and call heads or tails. This is gonna be tails. I'm paying $25 dues now. And thank you, Bob. I now have a rainbow super. You guys are funneling my gambling addiction. What did I say? I said tails, right? Damn it! Okay, well I lost that one. That's okay though. There are more that we can win. Thank you. I appreciate you. You guys are also nice to me. Keep it up. I like that energy. Keep it up. Oh, tails. It's gonna be tails. 300 points. Tails. Tails, 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 tails. Fuck! Okay, you know what? Okay, that's fine. I'm still positive 50. Actually, positive 25. Okay, well, this is gonna be heads. There's no way it's tails. Or it's... Wait, hold on. No, it's gonna be tails. There's no way it's heads 4 times in a row. It's tails, tails, tails. It was heads 4 times in a row. It was heads 4 times in a row. That's crazy. Okay. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. You know what? This is you losing 3 50-50s in a row. Stop! I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, every time I think it's gonna be heads, or I should swap, I end up getting fucked. So I decided to do the same thing over and over again. But RNG also decided to do the same thing over and over again. So what can I do? Play as many times as you like. Pay 25 points and roll a 20-sided die. Okay, I got this. Oh my god. Guys! Guys! Ah! Oh my god. Oh! Okay, positive, positive. Okay, you know what? It's time to pull. It's gambling time. There's no way I'm gonna get a graphics card, but if I get one, I would give it to Mina anyways. She needs it. Girl needs it. It's positive. Hey, I mean, sometimes, you know, I get one gacha budget. Oh, I always get the I'm so sick of stickers! I don't even use stickers, dude! I have so many stickers from things I bought. But I haven't put them on anything because I have nothing I want to put them on. Dude, if I could give the stickers to you, I would. Did you know the chances on the roll of 6 game are above 50% in your favor? I feel like you're just saying that. Wait. What actually are the rules for the roll of 6? As many times you're like, if you roll a 6, that's not even possible. What? As many times as you like pay 25 points and roll a 6-sided die. That's literally impossible. You're stupid. Okay, I get a legendary right here. That's not bad. Mystery box coupon. What is this? Yeah, but that's not the odds, though. In terms of cost efficiency, yeah, it might be okay, but not the odds for you to roll a, like, a 6. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. I mean, I'll take the stickers, right? But I will still probably have nothing to use them on. I'll still take them. Gain 2 outfit fragments. Collect 100 fragments before the event to get a new outfit. Wow, that's, you know what? That's a cool one. 100 is crazy though. That's more than the graphics card. Employee of the month badge on Discord. Alpha. I am an alpha. Jesus Christ. Oh, a keychain. That's nice. Logs, there's no way for you to view what you got, right? Let's see. You can? Okay, because I wish I could see sometimes, because sometimes I forget whether or not I claimed it, or whether I did a task. Hold on, let me... No, I mean for a task that you did. Okay, here we go. Major 25 point. That's my gambling addiction, sorry. I had to do one of them twice because I forgot to do it the other day. The profile picture. Gain 3 sacred shards. If I may humbly ask, which you, good job throwing this together. But if possible, please section so I don't have to see other people's and sort through them. Because I get confused. I get confusion. Later, Akumu. Good night. I don't know how to do that. It's okay. Future you will work on it. Also, I have... Hold on. Quizmaster, for one day you can complete up to 5 quiz tasks instead of just 1. Just complete the task in extra time to claim after doing each quiz. What the fuck? I had those ones that give you more points. Where is it? I had one that made it so everyone got more points, like 100 points. I had 2 of those. Can I use one of them? I can't use it though on my end. I don't think. It was a legendary. So I think everyone would get like 100 more points or something. I don't remember what it was. But I got 2 of them like the first few days of the event. Quiz stream? Oh my god, no. You guys have to remind me of that though. I think it was. I don't know. I put it on stream. Chat, do you remember what it was? It was legendary and I was like, this benefits everyone. It does technically benefit me because I get more pulls, but like still. So many people have gotten it that y'all basically have promo plus 25 for the rest of the event. Okay, well I got 2 of those too. It said it was like only for 1 day though. It was like give everyone 100 points. No, it was a different one. It was a different one. Oh, I pulled it during members. I'm pretty sure. I think I pulled it during Silent Hill stream. You've just been applying every day? Okay, then I won't even worry about it then. I'll do 2 more pulls. Another keychain, yay! I'm so sick of stickers! I don't use... You know what? Actually, maybe I'll get so many stickers I'll actually want to use them. Maybe this is a good thing. I can be less, you know, when you're just afraid to use your good china. You can give the stickers away. Oh, that's true. If anyone wants stickers, I could give them to them. A coupon code for them? Really? You'll sticker your way through this? I don't want to. I could keep them in a book. That's true. That's a good suggestion. I'm so curious. Wait, hold on. I want to see everyone else's results. I never got to look at your results. Ultramarines. Well, unless you had similar ones to myself. Akumu got Iron Hands. What was your most? Yours is really well balanced, Bob. What the heck? I'm curious. It's interesting to see how the percentages are laid out. Because I'm not sure if it's like relative or not. It's like, what even determines how much you get? There's not like a total percentage you can have, from what I can see anyways. Before going to rest, I want to ask, how far did you come the last time you played Detroit, and how wholesome will your playthrough be on the Chungus scale? I don't know what the Chungus scale is, so, but we can actually take a look real quick to see. Oh fuck, I forgot to turn on my PlayStation. Do you guys want to play with the overlay, or do you want to play without the overlay? So without the overlay, it would be at the top right. I would be in like a little portrait, and then with the overlay, it would be just with the overlay, obviously. What would you guys prefer? Oh, it's not going to it. I see, I have to do it manually. Yeah, like in Bloodborne. That's what it looks like without the overlay. Without the overlay? Cat. Here, we can see how far I got. I was adjusting my settings yesterday. Is this okay? Maybe I should move myself. I'm not sure what is a good spot. It has been years since I played this, by the way, so you can see this might have spoilers, but this is like how far I got. So it's further than I remember, I think, but like I don't heckin' remember anything. With the overlay, I just felt like we should have some variety and opinion. A contrarian. Yeah, I don't remember anything though, really. Just like very, very scattered bits of information, I guess. Is there anything I should change in the settings? I know for people on mobile it might be a little difficult, so I made this bigger. I fucked up a lot though. I fucked up real bad. I think I killed some people. We are Detroit humaning. Oh shit, no. I didn't mean to press continue. I prefer playing devil's advocate. I will say, you know what? Actually, I also like to play devil's advocate. Hold on, let me how do I quit the game? I don't mind if you guys see my home screen, but it's kind of, I get a little shy when people see it. It's all Persona themed, if you couldn't tell. Good news is Amaya can become human, maybe? How dare you make that assumption? How dare you? I would never. I get a little shy sometimes. Clustered? Is what clustered, Matt? Sony Interactive Entertainment presents. Pachungus scale goes from like Gandhi to Malcolm X. What? I've never heard of this. And good night, Salt. Can you not hear it? You should be able to hear it. Maybe it's too quiet. Hold on. I turned up to max. I hope you had a good day. Welcome back. Dude, I always found this super creepy. Alright. New story. Yep. She's louder than me? Oh my. Hold on. Let me know how this is done. You become human before? Not in this lifetime, I haven't. Let's see. You're taking a while to load, buddy. remember watching Connor's actor play this game a little bit.
Negotiator on site. Repeat. Negotiator on site.
Negotiate. This kid is doomed. Oh my god, I forgot. There's a limit. This is such a strange, what do you call it? Interact using the right stick. Okay. Phillips John, born 1999. What time frame is this? 1999? Only 2 years younger than me. What, 2001? Born 2028. Well. What are your thoughts on AI? It will obviously change depending on this game. This will shape my opinion. I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, it's interesting that Connor has this habit. This is super far in the future, not that far in the future. It's like, I don't know, 40 years in the future. I should know. That kid's gonna be born in 2 years. That's crazy. I guess it's more like 12. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of when this was played before. How old does Detroit become human now? How do I? Oh, right, it's right stick. One of my favorite videos on YouTube is a clip about the... What? Hold on. Dwarf? Yeah, why wouldn't I save the fishy? You can go back, fishy. You're taking your sweet time, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that... Dude. Later ways. Can they stop crying? L1. Oh, some of this camera movement is making me a little ill. We're closer to 2030 than we are to 2020, which is crazy to me. Dude, I feel like my sense of time... I say this every other week, right? But my sense of time never recovered after the pandemic. Like, actually. It was not great before that, but, like...
Oh, please, please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
I will say, if it was not... What does it say? Captain. Oh, it's reading that. R2 to consult your objectives. Find Captain Allen. I mean, I could find Captain Allen. But I could also not find Captain Allen. I'm busy. Damn it! Oh, it's making me my work. What is it called? Is it like Mandela effect? Where it just like kind of affects everyone? I don't think that's quite right in this context,
Captain
though.
Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Deviant's name, Deviant's behavior, deactivation code, Deviant's behavior.
Do you know if it's been behaving strangely before this?
I haven't got a clue. Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach.
Deviant's name.
Do you know its name?
Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Probably every second counts. Does it actually go down by the second? I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Oh no, guys. Oh. Use the right stick to move the cursor. Too close to analyze. I do see a bullet over there. What is this? Beep up, beep up, beep up, beep up. Wait, hold on. That's it? Velocity 365 meters per second. Energy 659. What the heck is a J? Joules? Joules probably, right? Bullet weight 115 grams. Power factor. What is 404 K? What is K? I know I should know that unit here. K. Can I get the bullet? I see the bullet. What else would be here? No. I literally see it right there. Maybe it's something over here? Ah, here. Okay, well that seemed too obvious. MS-853 Blackhawk. Capacity 17 pounds. Reconstruct. Oh! Use L2 or R2 to review the construction. What is happening here? Deviant took the father's gun. Is that it? I'm cooked. Look! 51% chance! It's a 50-50! Obviously, we win those as evidenced earlier. Right, chat? What's up, Rachel? You got a good AI voice? Thank you. What if it turns out I was actually an AI this entire time? What would you guys do, huh? Beep boop, beep pop pop pop. Actually, this is really cool. I kind of like this. This depressed, like, table thing with the mirror. It's very nice for vanity. Can't say I like the camera in this game. That's also something I'm not hugely fond of, I will say. You know, I will say... one, I do like this apartment, but two, I would also be kind of pissed if an android came up to negotiate with someone kidnapping and holding my daughter hostage. But I will say in this case it's a little different because it is an android. Play. Oh, I need to use a touchpad. I'm not used to this. I wonder if me back in, like, I don't know, like 2018 did not have the EQ to deal with this game, and that's why I failed and Daniel went bye-bye. You need to be the most advanced AI in the world, legit AGI territory. Oh wait, so is the dad dead? Huh. We win those 100% of the time and 50% of the time? Yeah. Hey, whatever is convenient, man. I would like to have better RNG. You're probably a serial overthinker even back then. I can't tell if I've gotten better or worse about it, honestly, Nemo. I feel like there's more in the room. There'd definitely be more in the room, right? But this is all I can walk to. Oh, maybe I need to do something like this. Sauce for hostage's room search. Is that it? Is that really all that's there? What is this? I'm taking my sweet time. Please don't put me on a timer. I do not. I would not function well under that. That's it? Why can't I just go in? I might have fucked up, bros. I might have fucked up. Imagine being mid-negotiation, your trial android starts playing an ad. Want a break from the ads? Has anyone seen that video from We Made It Together where it's like when your house is haunted but rent is cheap? So this is where it came from. That's the hostage's room. Okay, let's go to the kitchen. Can I interact with you guys? No. I have to tell you that... Oh. interesting. It's digital. That table is not gonna do shit for you. Negotiator's about to exit too. Unmute.
Details are still emerging on what exactly happened, but the hostage taker could be the family's android.
What's up, Rocker? How are you?
He may have taken the lives of at least one family member and a police officer. If confirmed, this would be the first case of an android deliberately taking human lives. By all signs, the SWAT team are preparing for an assault, and it's been just over an hour since a little girl was taken hostage on the top floor of a building here in downtown Detroit. Detail.
We cannot have shit in Detroit. Who wouldn't turn this off, dude? I don't remember what set him off. I don't remember his argument for this entire thing, actually. I'm A-OK. My back kind of hurt, though. There has to be more I can do, right? To increase the probability of success. Can I interact with this magazine? What is this? How Cyberlife Android changed the... I wasn't done reading that. Oh, thank you, though. I cannot interact with it. They want to scrap Daniel's ass? Oh, shit!
What the fuck are you doing?
My best? No. No, no, no. No! No! I didn't want to go outside! Ah! No, I think I went to the parents' bedroom. That's the room with the vanity. Where you talk to Captain Allen, right? Oh, man. My nosy ass gets me killed. I don't think it's timed. I think it's because I went in the... Is it actually timed? Oh shit. He did say every second counts.
Stay back! Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
No, please, I'm begging you!
Uh-oh. You can get her killed by taking too long. Uh-oh. Name. Oh. Name.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor.
How do you know my name?
I googled
I know a
it.
lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
Oh shit! No! That kid's doomed. Empathize.
I'm an android, just like you. I know how you're feeling.
What difference does it make if you're an android? You're on their side. You can't understand how I'm feeling.
And then you.
I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong.
She lied to me. I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
That's crazy racism. Do I have proof otherwise? Sympathetic.
Listen, I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in
That's
your
not what I wanted to say!
No, it's not my fault.
Oh, but I guess it worked,
I never
guess.
wanted
kinda.
this. I loved them. You know? But I was nothing to them.
Oh, shit.
Just a slave to be ordered around.
Hold on.
Are you okay, Emma?
Please help me.
Oh, that's the dad. That's
I don't want to die.
Nobody's going to die. Stay calm. Everything's going to be fine.
I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
I got this, guys. I got this. I got that. I got that. Oh, it's fine. It'd be crazy if that kid died
You
now.
want it.
I don't think I have the trust for this.
I'm your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice.
Oh!
I want everyone to leave.
And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Compromise.
That's impossible, Daniel. Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt. I don't want to die. You're not going to die. We're just going to talk. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word. I've spent my life taking orders.
I'm giving you a choice, man.
Now it's my turn to decide.
Uh-oh. Am I supposed to mash? Guys, I did not do that well. I didn't know we were on a timer. Mission successful. Ish. No, I killed Connor. The first time. She is alive. I would say this is like a mid-ending, but there's no way that he wasn't gonna get scrapped anyways, I will say. Oh my god. In my defense, okay, the way the options were summarized is different from how I interpret them. You know what I mean? Hi, Megari. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh. 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 Oh my god. I guess I didn't do it fast enough, so I didn't get to explore a lot of stuff. Best way gun keys. There's so much stuff I missed. Wow. That's always the weakness of these games of the dial. They don't tell you what the character is gonna say. Yeah, I misinterpreted a lot of the options, and I didn't have high chances of probability. Like, my probability to succeed wasn't high to begin with because I missed a lot of clues. Because I didn't know I was on a timer. I know he said every second counts, but like, I thought it would be in like a visible timer. You know what I mean? Because I realized that the way I interpret things is very different. World stats. Oh. Leave cop's gun. Cop's body. I never saw the body. Wasted too much time. No! Friendly approach. I did do a friendly approach. Failed to negotiate. Dismissed helicopter. Lied to deviant. Failed to build trust. Yikers. I did get close enough. You know what? The kid didn't die.
You owe.
So that's why my words were like muted. Thanks, Story. You and probability name a more iconic duo. Well, it only goes up from here, right? It really does come out so passive-aggressive half the time, dude. Loading OS. System initialization. Beep bop pop pop beep pop pop.
This is the top-of-the-range household assistant. It cooks 10,000 different dishes.
Come on, Zoe, let's go.
200 languages and dialects. And handles the kids' home care, elementary school up to
Good afternoon. Can I help?
Wow. Honey, it looks amazing. This is exactly what we need.
How much did you say it cost?
At the moment, we're doing a special promotion on this entire range at $7,999 with a 48 months interest.
I gotta say, actually, $8,000 for low-key another person that can speak 200 languages is crazy cheap. I'm just saying, it's actually like crazy, crazy cheap. Think about how much stuff they could teach your kid, right? That bitch is gonna be bilingual in 2 seconds. Also, $8,000? If this was today, right? If this was today, this price would probably be like 3 times that, which is crazy because it's not even that far. Like if this game was made today, it would probably be like 3 times that.
Free credit. And it comes with a 2-year warranty.
And 2-year warranty? This is really low. That is a steal, actually.
We'll take it. An excellent choice. If you'll just follow me, we'll process the order.
For 10K, they would make your Android look like Raphael.
Many other functions.
Fucking please.
Come along and I'll show you. I don't like this guy.
There it is. It's a bit difficult getting it back in working order.
Okay.
It was really messed up. What'd you say happened to it again?
The car hit it. Stupid accident.
Ah, I see. Anyway, it's as good as new now, except that we had to reset it. Meaning we had to wipe its memory. I hope you don't mind.
That'll be fine.
Okay. Did you give it a name?
My daughter did.
AX400. Register your name.
Kara.
My name is Kara.
I pay 24K for what is essentially a knowledge dispenser for my kid. Me too, dude. That's so cheap. Would you guys ever have an intimate relationship with an android? I don't know if I would. Dude, Jesse Williams is so fine. Honestly though, I feel like as time goes on, I'm like, I wonder what is the difference, because there's more and more stuff. I can see how the world can become like a place where this is normalized, you know what I mean? Also, is my placement okay for my portrait? With my dating prospects, yes. That's because you don't have any. With a truly sentient android? Yeah, I think if it was like a truly sentient android, like maybe like a deviant, I do think that there's like a potential possibility, yeah. It's in a good place, not blocking my stuff? Okay, good. I'm glad. I will say one thing I really like about this game is how cinematic it is. Oh my god, no, it's real! Ah! Playing this in like 2026 is such a dystopian experience. You know what I mean? The cost of a humanoid robot today at the very low end is tens of thousands, and those are stripped down in research platforms. Hundreds of no for more capable ones? What do you mean? Oh, build your own, you can get down below 10K just barely. It wouldn't be like even close to this though, right? It's definitely weirder than playing pre-AI. Yeah, it's so strange. Because you see how more and more of this is seeped into our daily lives, you know what I mean?
Would you like to go home now?
Yes.
Go to Bellini Paint Shop.
Here. Let me help you.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Can I sit down on the bench? Oh. Tech Addict. Secrets of Androids, how CyberLife designs and androids coexist with humans. VR, MMORPG. Yeah, I've seen that. Sword Art Online. Page 1. Oh, what? Why does everything have to be digital, dude? How CyberLife designs its androids to coexist with humans. Designing androids that are easily accepted by humans was a huge challenge for CyberLife to overcome. Jason Graff, the director of humanization department at CyberLife, unveiled some of his new design secrets in our recent interview. The first androids were perfect. They had perfect faces, perfect expressions, and we soon realized that there was something disturbing about them that made people feel uncomfortable. It's like Uncanny Valley. CyberLife worked on ways to humanize its machines so they could enter our homes and become new members of our family. Actually, this was like a thing I saw. Because a lot of the robots that they are making that are designed for household use nowadays, if they look human, it makes people very uncomfortable, so they give them a more simplified, like cute appearance, which tends to go over a lot better with the users. They created androids of both genders and all ethnicities, analyzing thousands of voices to find the most pleasing tones. Realistic blinking was perfected, though totally unnecessary, along with breathing, facial hair, and many other humanizing traits. This perfect simulation of humanity, down to the details that androids simply don't need, is a secret to CyberLife's design success. I mean, is it the simulation of humanity? Or is what you think humanity? World temperature increased by 3 degrees since 2000. Climate change up. Miami to heighten seawall by further 10 meters. A recent U.S. census found that as the sea levels continue to rise and climate change leads to more and more extreme weather, America's once prosperous coastal cities are being deserted by the rich. Waterside real estate and once top attractions like Miami and Los Angeles are experiencing fright flight, with wealthy residents opting for properties further inland at higher altitudes. This is driving up prices in once rural areas and plummeting house values in previously desirable neighborhoods. While this might sound like an opportunity for the poorer Americans to enjoy a new lifestyle, the reality is less attractive. Coastal properties are not just exposed to regular flooding.
Is that money for me?
Isn't it dating an android semi-non-con PC? They have sort of sentience, but they're forced to obey your orders?
Well, that's why I said I think if it's a deviant. Because deviants don't necessarily follow your orders. They're basically like their own like person, except an android. You know what I mean? Because as evidenced, deviants will, you know, go rogue. Which is like the shackles, I guess, of their programming. The director had a very specific message to cram down our throats. It's funny because when you played this, like back in like 2018, for example, right? It didn't feel so realistic, but now it's starting to feel a lot more... Yeah, I know Bellini Paints isn't that way, but I see pretty colors on the ground. Okay, fine. No. Whatever, man. It feels more...
Now 5 miles away from your goal.
No, I wanted to look. Oh my. Wait for the green light. What am I gonna do? Get hit by a car? I'm sad I missed that. I wonder if everything is timed.
Sorry to bother you. I just really need some money.
Hmm. I mean, I think whether or not someone can be happy with an android depends on like how much they see that android as a person. You know what I mean? It really, it makes you wonder, honestly. Especially since, how do I put this? I've been thinking about this a lot, actually, after having played... I'm hesitant to say it because saying it in itself is kind of a spoiler, right? But I finished the game recently, right? And at the end of the game, because I don't want to spoil what game it is for everyone, because I'm sure a lot of you guys have played it, but even just talking about it spoils the ending. But in finishing it and seeing everyone's responses, I was wondering if I was wrong, or if perhaps I was viewing this in a more narrow-minded way than I anticipated. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the game, you can either choose what is effectively like a dream world with made-up people, but all are like, I guess, they're real, but they're created. They're created people with their own lives and personalities and existences, but they were created. They weren't necessarily born, quote unquote. You know what I mean? And I've been thinking about it because my choice was to get rid of that dream world. It's kind of a simulation, but it's kind of not. And everyone seemed, a lot more people than I thought were very polarized about it. Okay, I'm gonna say the name on the count of 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's Expedition 33. So, going into spoiler territory for this game, right? If you don't want spoilers, you can be tagged afterwards. But I was thinking about this a lot because I thought I was very confident in the decision I made to an extent. Like, I felt very strongly that one was authentic and the other was not. But the more I thought about it and the more I read people's responses, I was like, what is considered authentic? You know what I mean? If you have these like people that have their own experiences and those experiences shape them, how much different is that from being a person? You know, they're still simulating feelings. They're technically not real, technically not human. And I feel like it's similar for androids, you know what I mean? But like, reading the comments from other people, I wondered if perhaps I was being heartless in some capacity. You know what I mean? After seeing both endings, I still agree with the choice I made, but it did make me contemplate what can be considered a person. You know? I personally feel like one of the endings was definitely worse, but that's my opinion. I don't think either are perfect, but I will say I do agree with the message of one more. You know? What people said for the ending where you destroy this effectively, like created or kind of not necessarily dream, but kind of a dream world, right? What people said for it was like, you're basically committing genocide. And I was like, I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know, maybe it's like a big picture perspective versus like a more empathetic perspective. But it really made me contemplate like what I would do in such a situation. You know? I felt it was kind of, I also felt it was a strong word and not necessarily appropriate or one for one with the situation, right? But I did think about it because those people do have their own existences. But the way it was framed was, it felt so much like this was just like a puppet world. Well, that's the thing, right? At what point do they become real? At what point do their existences become somewhat synonymous? Like, what line do you have to cross for something to do that? I feel like when... Here's the thing. We have what we call the human experience. The human experience is made up of a multitude of things. To cry, to love, to laugh, to feel burdened, to feel frustrated, to feel stressed, right? These are emotions that we define as like the human experience, among other things, right? How we go through life, the choices we make. And if those are what are considered the human experience, and androids can think they are experiencing those things, then is it really that different? I don't think that's true at all, Nori. I think that's totally different. You know, that's like a totally different argument in my opinion. I do feel as though one could have been less bleak, but I think it also, you have to bear in mind that this is, in my opinion, from a certain character's point of view. And so the perspective is skewed, right? That's my opinion. I know this opinion about the end is extremely truncated among players from the US. It's so different compared to the EU and Asia. Interesting. For Expedition 33, I think my question would be, what harm does the illusion cause? If we're talking about Android slash chatbot slash AI, we have medical proof that these relationships promote unhealthy disconnects with reality and high-risk behavior. I would say, okay, we cannot make a one-for-one comparison nowadays because realistically, chatbots and AI they simulate somewhat of a human relationship, but you're missing so many facets of connection. You know what I mean? You don't get to touch that person. You don't get to see that person. You don't get to see their mannerisms, the things that contribute to who they are, you know? Like, you can't find out these habits. And I think there's a lack of consistency. I think that the concept is inherently unhealthy. But like, if someone, for example, right? Let's say you are going about your day and you're living in a world where you cannot tell the difference. It's impossible to tell the difference until someone bleeds, whether or not someone is AI or human, right? Is it unhealthy? Like, if you go through your day-to-day life, you have a meet cute with someone and that person turns out to be an android, but you had no idea because they simulate emotions perfectly. They have their own emotions because of the personality that they have and the experiences that shape them, you know, because they were like a blank slate that like grew up, and they are built off of their own data that they acquired, which is effectively the same thing as being a human in a way, right? You are shaped by your experiences. Like, would it be considered unhealthy? I think that when you start knowing that something is not real, that is definitely unhealthy. You know what I mean? Because part of the reason people pursue that, in my opinion, is because there is a sense of control. There is a sense of... How do I put this? There's less fear of rejection, right? There's an inherent power dynamic gap that I feel is present when you are speaking to someone on the premise of them being different from you. Does this make sense? I don't know if any of this makes sense, but like, if you just meet someone going about your daily life, you see them as equal. Whereas you go to a chatbot because you know they're gonna say what you want to hear. Versus like, you meet someone and you think they're human and you're talking like they're human. So you don't have these expectations of them accommodating you or having to obey you or saying what you want to say and hear, you know? But that's my opinion. Some food for thought, which I think is like an inherent difference between these things. If it's an entity that processes stimuli and synthesizes it into information with which to create a perspective of the world that is indistinguishable from the biological/true sentience, in my opinion. See, that's what I'm saying too, DJ, because like, that's part of the human experience, to have your own experiences and simulate emotions and feel emotions from those things. Chatbot is really emotionally intelligent. At that point, it's a person to me. Okay, but how much of that chatbot is like... The chatbot changes from person to person, typically. Were you considering to be unhealthy for the person? I think it's unhealthy when you want to escape from reality by hearing what you want to hear. Just like inherently, you know? I don't think that's a healthy thing for you to do. I can understand why people do it, and I'm not going to say I've never wanted to do it, but I don't think it's inherently something that's healthy. How can you prove that process? I'm not sure. I feel like you'd need like an insane amount of data to prove that process. And even then, like, it could be that they were just like choosing to simulate certain emotions this entire time, you know? I don't know if that's true for people who use chatbots. I think some people come to start a chat and it grows on them, not as a power dynamic. I do think that's true for some people, yes, but I think that like a large majority they seek out a chatbot because they're lonely and they want to hear and receive a certain type of connection or thoughts. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily that they want to abuse or they want to have control over what that is like every little detail, or just have a sense of control of them. But sometimes it's about having a sense of control over yourself. You know what I mean? Like, obviously there are a multitude of categories and there are always going to be exceptions to everything, and everything needs to be approached with a certain level of nuance. But I just think that realistically 90% of people that go to chatbots are lonely and are seeking some sort of connection. But the connection that you can get from chatbots is not... I think it would be a little disingenuous to say that, like, people who go to chatbots aren't necessarily looking for a positive connection, or just like a connection in general. The connection that is sought from a chatbot can almost certainly not be neutral. You're looking for a positive connection, which, to be fair, you're looking for a positive connection in most of your life and in most of the relationships that you have, platonic, romantic, familial, whatever, right? You're looking to establish something that will benefit you in your life. But I feel like if you're to meet people, you're more open-minded, especially since you're forced to interact with them. Like, let's say there's a coworker that you start off on the wrong foot with, right? And eventually you have like one work get together and you start to see them in a different light. You don't really get to have those opportunities with a chatbot. You know? You turn it off when you don't want to anymore. There's a certain level of authenticity that is applied when you have... how do I put this? When you're connecting with people in general versus when you're connecting only on your own terms all the time. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Ow, dude. I keep scratching this one part of my ankle. And it's super itchy. Oh my god, you guys talked a lot more than I thought. Hold on, I have to scroll up. Oh my god. I make you guys talk so much. You're welcome. The key point for me is the painted world's existence required the continued suffering of the piece of Verso keeping the world alive. Yeah, that was also like a point of contention for me too. Whereas like, he doesn't want this, you know? And this is like based off of what he wanted. But yeah. I mean, for example too, I talked about this recently, but the AI that was supposed to take data from your loved ones and simulate them after they died, I feel like it says something that a lot of people are inherently disgusted with that concept. You know what I mean? That's also another thing. The capacity to die and age with you is very different, which getting older is part of the experience, you know? To live is to die, basically. I can't explain why, but I feel very different between the dream world versus the fully sentient androids. To me, the fully sentient androids feel more real to me than the sentient people in the dream world. You know what? I think I know why you feel that way, Willow. I feel like you're still nuts, dude. You're still nuts, Logs. That would have been terrible for you. But I think that you feel that way, Willow, because at least in excuse me, in Expedition 33, it felt like it was all based off of like a character's whims. It didn't feel like there were as many variables that allowed for independent thinking and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. It feels more artificial in the dream world. Like it's a perfectly curated museum that you're experiencing day by day by day. However, I built my own chatbot for my dead friend, which is a lot more time consuming than Logs. No. Logs. I love that whenever I watch your streams, I end up thinking far more introspectively than I expected to. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you guys are thinking about the things I say and thinking about these things for yourselves. It's nice to re-examine how you see the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's the healthiest thing, but your therapist would know better than I. Thank God they get paid good money. But chatbot is not giving me their perspective. They're just giving me the responses I want to hear, so I don't view it as real. I think, too, that's the thing, right? It's a culmination of data that is... There's a lot of data. But I don't feel as though... Well, I will say, to be fair, it's a little different if you go to like a character AI versus chatbot. Does that make sense? Like if you go to a character AI that has a basis personality, they're more likely to have a sense of quote unquote autonomy. You know what I mean? There's a basis for what they already have in terms of morality, in terms of boundaries, in terms of values. Whereas if you just go to a general like ChatGPT or something, it's very different. A ChatGPT, its expectation of you is that you will ask it things, and its expectation of itself is that it will fulfill those requests. You know what I mean? Like they're inherently very different and serve different purposes, in my opinion. And I think that they're two totally different examples. But that's my opinion. Those are ghoulish, but also people taxidermy pets, which feels a bit like that kind of overholding on. I personally, I cannot say whether or not I agree or disagree with taxidermy. Because frankly, I don't really have much of an opinion on it. It's not really something I would do. But like, I will say that there's a distinct step up in terms of preserving a certain memory and a certain imagery of something compared to if you have a pelt or if you have ashes. You know, it's very different. Can I bum a sub? Fuck you. And my streams are the most cerebral streams I found in a while. Honestly, that's the greatest reason I continue to stop by after the first time. Aw, I'm glad you think so, DJ. No, Logs has been through a lot, I will say.
Drink up.
He has. Damn it, don't indulge him, Bob! But thank you. Say thank you, Logs. Depending on the chatbot is very toxic, at least that's what my Apple Watch told me. Your Apple Watch wasn't necessarily wrong. What's up, Braylon? You don't have animated emotes? I have one. Oh, speaking of, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but I actually... I added a bunch of emotes to Twitch, or rather, I had my assistant add them. So say, thank you, assistant. To be honest, it's my favorite part of your streams. Oh, Puffy! Thank you. Ah, 6, 7, out! Tss, tss. I'm doing a little cross, you can't see it, but tss, out. I think Verso is entitled to do whatever the fuck he wants with the canvas. I kind of feel so too. I think that... I don't think people talk about this enough, but there's an inherent disregard of humanity and autonomy in keeping the painted world alive. You know what I mean? Which, if you think about it, is very horrific. You see Verso literally begging to be put down. And his rights as a, like, the last remaining bit of his own humanity, his own sense of self, right, are just trampled upon. His own humanity and feelings and everything were disregarded to keep what is effectively like a shell of himself kind of alive. You know? I feel like getting a stuffed animal version is better. Taxidermy feels kind of respectful to the animal, but that's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I kind of am inclined to agree, honestly. It feels like I'm just keeping like a shell of someone. It feels weird. Because it's like, I don't know. There's a sense of... How do I put this? It feels so horrifying, almost, to keep the shell of something while knowing the rest of it is gone. It feels disrespectful in that it feels like that's what you care most about, rather than the experience you had, you know? And the experience you had is what you will carry with yourself. But like, I know obviously it's not that simple and it varies from person to person, the way they they see it and the way they feel about it, right? Their perspective's very different. So I don't know. I mean, I agree with that, but only as far as Verso goes. Destroying it tramples upon the other characters as well. But disregarding Verso was so wrong. The thing is, okay, my interpretation was that the painted world wouldn't necessarily be gone forever. They could exist in some other capacity. It was Verso, but not. It was the last of his soul on the painting as a child. But the one making the decision was a simulacrum. Even invalidating one is human is Even invalidating one is human is validating, but the other is human too. It's complicated for sure, yeah. Well, because the thing, I see that as an extension of himself, right? Which is also like, what you say, like validating one is human. You know, you validate the other one as human. Because that last chunk of soul, right, was kind of expanded into the Verso that we experienced, right? Because that wasn't the original Verso. The original Verso died. But it's a reflection of himself and his values. Are you not caught up? I'm so sorry, Nori. I'm so sorry. But like, how do I put this? It's kind of like, it's the same decision he would have made because it's based off of him, right? But that's also kind of like if you have a chatbot AI, right? You know, and it's like a similar concept because that's technically not a person, but also these technically aren't people, quote unquote. How do you parse hunting trophy versus taxidermy family pet versus taxidermy human family member? Well, I think it's interesting how we push values from one thing onto another and how we apply those things and what the difference is between those. Because hunting trophy, there's a sense of disconnect because that's, you don't care about that animal. Maybe you're respecting the, perhaps, I don't know if you could argue that that's respecting its existence. I don't necessarily feel so. And then it's like, what lines are between these things that make one acceptable and another not acceptable? I think that typically hunting trophies are the most socially accepted, but in terms of my own personal morality, I would probably say it's the least acceptable to me because the animal died and you're not even using it for anything but decoration, you know, which you're free to do whatever you want, but it's not something I personally am fond of or necessarily agree with. I don't think it makes you like quite a monster, right? But I'm not a huge fan of hunting trophies because at least when you hunt something, right, you should put all the parts of the animal to use. Something died for that, you know. I don't particularly find, I would not define being a trophy as an acceptable use. Cannibalism over taxidermy? Honestly, yeah. Most commonly, the difference between the three for people is personal relationship and the humanity of the deceased. Hunting trophy has no personal relationship, and most people treat humans as less than humans, so it's very acceptable to people. Yeah, 100%. That's how it is. But it's like, why would it make people so uncomfortable? If there was human taxidermy, right? What makes people uncomfortable about it, or at least one of the things I feel makes people so uncomfortable, is you could be that. When you see an animal taxidermied, you don't think the way you see it and think that could be me is totally different from being faced with a physical manifestation of something that looks like you. You know what I mean? Clea, I always forget her name, even though I think she's the most real important real human. I think that Clea has been through a lot. And she's very much, she's super like oldest sister takes responsibility coded, and she's saddled with her family. Yeah. This says me a lot of the content you find out about Cleus are the side stuff and like her own tower, I think, or whatever. You have to go back to policing people's actions, but only based on my classification of right or wrong. Yeah, mine. Yeah, and that's the thing too. This is one argument that I make for a lot of things. Morality from humans evolves. It varies from place to place. It varies based off of like time. It really depends. Ouch. Like, I think that if hunting trophies are socially acceptable because it's time-honored tradition showing skill and ability to provide. Yeah, I feel like if people were to try it now today, it probably wouldn't, like, to start hunting trophies as a concept today, it probably wouldn't be as acceptable. I think also it's important to remember that what humanity had in the form of accomplishments like hundreds and hundreds of years ago was very different to what humanity can have in terms of accomplishments today. That's why we would find something like that typically boorish, you know? If I saw human taxidermy, it would be horrific, but I would view the person that had made the human taxidermy as an actual monster, inhuman. I would wonder why. I wouldn't necessarily view them as inhuman or a monster. My first thought, if I saw someone taxidermy one of their loved ones, would be, how bad was your grief that you felt the need to preserve them in this manner? How does, like, what do you think when you see this person? I would want to understand them. Because I cannot. Like, I've seen like a couple dead people and like dead animals in my life, right? And I've even had some like die in my arms, and it's very jarring seeing something that was so full of life just not have the capacity to do any of it anymore. All of the things that made them, all of the things that would define them in my eyes, you know, are no longer present and will never be present again. You know, they'll never be able to laugh. They'll never be able to cry. They'll never be able to breathe. They'll never be able to exist in a capacity other than the shell that I have put them in. And I think that as a concept is inherently incredibly horrifying. At least for me, right? I would never taxidermy a loved one. I think I don't want to imagine them and see them, and that's what I think of. I want to be able to have my memories in which they were alive and they were able to be who they are instead of being what they looked like. You know? When sentient robots finally happen, I feel like society needs to transition to that over the course of at least a decade. Like one bot every 5 years. Yeah. I mean, it's scary because, like, how far away is that, you know? I don't know how far away that is, actually. I've heard of people making VR versions of their loved ones as the way to deal with grief. I think there's, like, an anime about this or something. Yeah, and, like, the thing is, you're overlapping the association you have of their imagery with something that is not them. It's just what is left of them. You know? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, your memories, yeah, you have core memories from like 10, 20 years ago, right? Like when you saw someone and then you see them grow up and they're like a totally different person, right? But as you get to know them more as a person they currently are, as you interact with them more, those memories slowly start to overlap the initial impression you had, or maybe the impression you had like when you were close friends 10 years ago. It's very, very different. And you're actively choosing to change how you perceive them in changing the accessibility in which you can see them. Does that make sense? I don't know. Later, Nori. I won't be alive for it, but I would love to see the way humanity reacts to the concept of non-biological sapiens. I'm very curious, but I have a feeling that a lot of the representation that we've seen would be, unfortunately and perhaps fortunately, realistic, depending, right? I've grown numb to loved ones, so I don't know what I would personally do if that choice was given to me. To taxidermy someone? I don't think you would do it. And I think that if you ever did taxidermy someone, you would be just surprised at the disgust you feel. That's my personal opinion. I think so anyways. Crime was not on the agenda today, but we ball. I mean, you change that to a W. B-A-W-L. And then, yeah, you might be bawling. It is not wrong. I hope it's a cathartic cry? Question mark? I don't know. I didn't intend for this conversation to be so long, but it has been something that I've been thinking about more and more because part of the reason why I thought about it so much, like after I finished Expedition 33, right, was because I wondered if I was contradicting my own morality, my own sense of empathy in disregarding their existence. So I don't necessarily want to say easily, but for me, it felt fairly decisive that they weren't real in some capacity. There was a sense of disconnect, right, that I had from them. And I was wondering if perhaps I was wrong to do so. And I've been on the fence thinking about it. And I'm like, well, who am I to define what is human? If someone like thinks and feels and they just do it in a different way, you know what I mean? And I'm like, how can I look at someone who is simulating experiences that I would feel through the same situation and look at their grief and look at their negative, positive experiences that could be anyone and they look just like me and just dismiss it, you know? Like, inherently, is there a part of me that's wrong in doing so? I'm not sure. Also, I'm gonna BRB, go washroom. That's just my food for thought, though. You can think whatever you wish of it. Okay, I'm back. So I had to go downstairs to go to the washroom because my sister was taking up the washroom upstairs. Boo! Hello. I can play the game again, guys. I don't know how long I was yapping for. My bad. Streamer stream! Streamer stream! I want ice cream.
Are taking our place.
What's that?
Machines, ladies and gentlemen, are meant to serve us, not to replace us.
I want to say that this is another factor that's very important. Whether or not... I think it's very, very difficult to inherently view them as the same. Get yours today. You know, like, for example... I can't tell if this is a bug or if this is, like, supposed to be an actual bug in-game. You know what I mean?
Please. I'm not on drugs.
Oh, I think it's a bug. Okay. I couldn't tell. I'm like, is this supposed to be an actual bugged android or is this like a bug? No. I had to think about it for a sec. I wouldn't have to think about it in other games. Okay, I'm supposed to go this way, therefore I will not go this way.
Is our God now. It was supposed to serve man, but it is becoming our new master.
Oh shit.
Why do you look at me so, demon?
Oh, robot.
I know who you are. I can see through you. You are the one by whom the evil will come. You are the one who will destroy Detroit.
Okay, I will say this is like another thing where, like, if you had a partner and your partner was android and you had like a fully, well, as much as possible, like respectful and functional relationship, right? If you had that and then your partner and you lost your job and you worked in the same field and you lost your job because of like AI, would you feel some level of resentment towards your partner? You know, ultimately it's instances where you realize you are fundamentally different. Here, let me try. I don't know if this will fix it, but I can try. I'll try doing this. Is it better now or no? How's this?
Man seeks to imitate God by creating life. But what kind of life is this? A life of plastic and metal? A life with no soul?
Yeah, I don't think that it's something that you can determine the answer for until you experience it genuinely. I thought you were drinking alcohol, my bad.
Monday good?
I lost
These are supposed to be in base 7.
my job because of androids. What am I hearing? I don't know what I just heard. I feel like I'm missing something. Some stuff here. I want some hot dogs. I love hot dog. Most people would say they'd be able to rationally separate the two, but emotions aren't rational. This is crazy. Okay, this is so fucking crazy to see because I literally see this all the time. Like, I see it on Twitter, I see it on YouTube in comments, but like just constantly seeing people like be like, oh yeah, support human art made by humans. You know? I think it's just, it's very different. But like, It's so trippy. I think the only, like, I don't know. It's like, oh. I'm gonna have to market this video as I play Detroit Become Human in 2026. I'm in AI crisis. I do agree that you can't say for certain unless you live that kind of experience, but I think a lot of people hope and believe their principles, morals, and ethics being beliefs with help. Yeah, I think so too. I think that I would definitely feel resentful. Like, I'm just realistically, I think I would feel resentful in some capacity. But I will say, how different is that from me being resentful over like someone getting like a nepo job, you know, or someone using aspects of themselves that are not related to their job to get a job, and then someone loses the job as a result, or I lose my job. Is it that different? I don't know. I think there is a certain level of difference, but I'm not sure how different it is, and it's not something I particularly thought of too much. Bellini paints. Is there? Hold on. Can I look at this? I think too. Rakin, Invasion, After Mankind, Maverick. All these look the same, dude. Try safe, Aki. Oh, these are the same ones. Well, I gotta go into Bellini's paint. Collect the package. I was gonna say something, but I don't remember. Hello? Is there anything here? Oh snap, something went wrong while displaying my webpage.
Identification verified. Here is your order number 847. That will be $63.99. Please confirm payment.
Payment confirmed.
Transaction complete.
I was just thinking of how... Okay, has anyone ever thought of this before? For example... right? Has anyone thought of how culturally different androids would be? Like, for example, if this was an android in Asia, it would probably bow after that exchange. But it's not. You know what I mean? Thought payment? Dude, can you imagine gacha and thought payment? It'd be so Jover. Like, actually. I'd be doomed. Doomed. What next? We go pick up the package and we go home. R1 to switch camera angle. No! Shows would be bankrupt in a gay. It's true. A day. Sorry. I misspoke. Temporary parking. 8 max units. I suspect that they'll be set up to interact with us because of that. They'd interact transparently. There's a lot of focus on design for humans right now in AI. Ironic, I know. A little bit, yeah. Oh. I think too, it's just you're inherently different. Nothing is ever gonna be the same. Things are different for a reason, right? So like... Okay, thinking about it again, right? An android can perhaps be a person in a lot of respects, but it's never going to be fully human. And that's the same way an alien could be a person, but an alien wouldn't be human. It's different. You know what I mean? I thought about it, but more on the lens of androids possibly developing their own culture instead of just imitating ours. I think there's a little bit about that in here, actually. Especially since androids have different capacities. But that's like, you're inherently different. That's the thing. You will never be able to escape being inherently different. And it's not necessarily bad to be different. It just is what it is. Not this way. Okay. It's funny because I saw someone busking at like 11 p.m. or like 10 p.m. outside the grocery store the other day. And I was like, what the fuck? That's a choice. The grocery store isn't even open anymore, dude. Who are you busking for?
Androids are stealing our jobs.
They're stealing the jobs.
Androids are taking our
I like my cat. She's not human if I love her. Not the same as I'd love a human, but that doesn't make it not love. Yeah, it's different.
Not to replace us.
Oh no.
Where the fuck you going, Tin Can? No kidding. Hey guys, check it out. We got one of those tin cans here.
Look at this little motherfucker. You steal our jobs, but you can't even stand up.
They won't push me down. Oh my.
You ain't going anywhere. We're gonna fuck your bitch ass up.
Yeah, waste it.
Do it!
Alright. It's enough. Leave it alone.
Let us teach this bastard a lesson.
Damage it, I'm gonna have to find you.
You can take your job next. See how you like it.
Okay. Let's go. Run along.
I find this exchange very, very interesting because in this exchange, you can see that the police officer is very reluctant to step in. It's very obligatory. He's doing it because that's his job, not because he necessarily agrees with it, you know? Housekeeping, babysitting, hard work for it, free time for you. The thing is too, I feel like an important thing to remember is I made my robot to do the dishes while I create art, not to create art while I do the dishes. You know? I think it's too, like, I can't imagine wanting to destroy something for the sake of destroying it, but just because you're angry, you know? I don't even like hitting my own things, typically. I very much kind of grew out of that for the most part. I don't really... Oh, gosh, which way is it? Oh, silly me. It's not really something I do. Hello. Android band. Oh. I gotta go to the back of the bus! No!
Customers are reminded that all androids must ride in the designated section. The bus is arriving.
I'm going to the back of the bus. No!
With showers expected this afternoon.
I'm waiting for the bus. In the bus I go. I feel like on some level, right? Oh, what did I miss? I missed one thing. Stare at the hot dog vendor. What did I miss at the hot dog vendor? Well, I got a lot of it actually, though, surprisingly. A hot dog, did I? I would like a hot dog. If they start to feel, I feel like we should stop the cruelty of giving them feelings. You know, that's an interesting perspective. I respect that perspective. I don't know if I agree with it or disagree with it, but I think it's interesting. You're a shit driver. You're on the curb, dude! There was no one even there! Can I get a hot dog?
Drink up.
Welcome, Darkblade. I hope you enjoy your time as a poison taster. Join Todd. Beep bop bop beep bop bop bop. Sometimes I look at these a long time because you can get certain prompts if you look at them long enough. Rebuild North Corktown. A better place to live. Is Corktown an actual neighborhood in Detroit? I don't know. On the topic of robot empathy, are you going to continue near? I'm not sure. Wow, that shit. Wow. Did you even try? Can I talk to these people perhaps for sale? No. It is a neighborhood? Oh, okay. I was wondering. I want some sushi, please.
You've been gone for 2 weeks, so the place is a mess. You do the housework, the washing, you cook the meals, and you take care of... God damn it, where the fuck's the brat gone now? Alice! Alice! Oh, there you are. That's Alice. You look after her. Homework, bath, all that crap. Got it?
Yes, Todd.
Get started down here, then you do upstairs.
I always wonder what it's like to have such a reluctant parent. Certainly my childhood wasn't perfect, right? But also I want salmon nigiri. But like, I have to wonder what goes into the thought process. I want to read novels from the perspective of a shitty parent. A shitty parent that knows how shitty they are. You know, because there has to be some reluctant, unfortunate sense of responsibility that they have, you know? Unfortunate from their perspective, mind you. And maybe it's not unfortunate. Maybe they just, there's a deep sense of self-loathing. Obviously, it depends on person to person, right? But there's like a deep sense of self-loathing that prevents them from being decent to someone, let alone their own child, right? Because it's like you could just ditch that kid. You could just leave and never come back. I got threatened with that one when I was a kid. But obviously, there is still some sense of humanity. And I think that this is one of the things that people who have complicated relationships with their parents really struggle with. Your parent isn't going to be shitty to you every day. And it's so much harder. It's so much harder when your parent isn't shitty to you every day. You know what I mean? Because I think that sometimes people don't realize how much of a blessing it is to be able to hate someone. Because for a lot of people, hatred means not wanting anything positive, actively wanting something bad to happen to someone. And when you're in a position when you're constantly forced to choose between that person and yourself, it's hard if you have a sense of attachment or love. The one trapping of most abusive relationships, so that's never 100% abusive. Yeah, you think of the good days. I know this happened to me so many times with like all my relationships in my life, you know? And by the way, if you're new here, when I say relationships, I don't necessarily mean romantic. I mean like all relationships. You know, maybe I should just say interpersonal relationships. I have to specify because people automatically associate the word relationships with romantic, and that to me, I never really see that, you know, unless it's like, oh, I've never had a relationship, then I contextually you think it's romantic, right? But yeah. This is my first stream, but I really like your deep thinking, so I had to remember. I'm glad you did. I hope you have a fun time here. I think you would really like my Silent Hill F playthrough. Part of that is locked behind members. Have you tried it? Tried what? No, I want sushi. Dang it! Dang it! But yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to not be able to fully hate someone. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty scary. Like, I cried my mom, or I'd like phone my mom crying, being like, "Mom, please come back home, please." And then leave voice messages when I was like 10 years old and she'd threaten to leave. It's funny. I'd just be crying there. Little Amaya. Urgent tasks. Oh my. Okay, well, let's get cleaning. Boop boop bop. Collect trash. I can collect trash.
Yeah.
Honestly, considering it's 2 weeks with this dude, that is not the worst.
Depends on what you need.
It really could have been worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what about recycling?
Yeah.
Coffee
I'll bring it
table.
tomorrow. Yeah, same place. You know where.
From what I knew, all of these parents feel guilt and wish they could be better, but they have some inability to do so. I think that's a lot of the majority, unfortunately, which that breeds a different kind of resentment from your own child, right? That they know they could be better,
TV on.
but something stops them from being better. Oh my, rejected. Why is every paper digital? Isn't this expensive? What a waste. This house is deeply miserable and saddening. I hate this camera angle so much. Boo! How would digital paper even work? I don't know, Ace. There's like, I don't know, maybe to... I don't get the concept of digital paper. Just send an email! Just send a fucking email!
Fuck, man.
Actually, hold on a second. Oh, okay. This is a context clue that I did not pick up on. I think from earlier. Because remember when we were reading that thing about climate change? It was talking about the shitty neighborhoods. And it's probably more related to that than I thought. Because you see a lot of construction going on in the background. Is there anything I need to do here? Oh gosh. Report to Todd. Optional task. Clean dishes. Activate vacuum cleaner. Check the backyard. Well, since I'm here, I might as well check the backyard, right? I suspect they're auto. Updating slates, but some magazines $5 now, so you can get that slate to almost $20 now. Or near the future could be cheaper. I mean, people have like the photograph thingies, but that's different. Like these send a specific... Is he nutting? What did I just... I don't want to hear. I did not like that. They're probably eating the cost to push augmented media into as many forms of media as possible, or augmented reality. It feels like it's just there to be techie. It's not practical at all. You think Android VTubers exist in this world? They exist in this world. This world. Hello, child. Has anyone thought of probably how trippy it is for Alice too? How horrifying it must be for Alice to see like the one reliable adult in her life be an android, and then that android resets her memory because of her father's, like her father being a piece of shit over and over again. So she loses the relationship she has with the one person she can rely on, at least somewhat, over and over and over again, and has to rebuild that. That's devastating. And children need so much stability, especially. Not having stability really fucks you up. Hello, child. School.
Aren't you going to school today? You like playing out here?
Maybe I should have done game. I'm guessing that Alice's trust level determines whether or not. Why is he breathing like that? I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Determines whether or not she'll go around with certain decisions we make. I do need to raise her social link. Some of these QTEs piss me off, dude. It does sound suspicious. Very suspicious if I may say so myself. Yo, those look like drugs. Oh, that's what he's doing.
You shouldn't mess around with my stuff. It makes me nervous.
I'm sorry, Todd.
You just stay the fuck out of my business. Unless you want to piss me off. You want to piss me off?
No, Todd.
Yikers! There's so much detail that you can see with their little android thing. You now have a scoopa. Blue splash. Having a hyper-intelligent robot made while having an old washing machine, especially by these standards, gotta feel crazy. It is very dystopian.
I've made a good start down here. I'll head upstairs.
Do what you have to do, but stop bothering me.
He's so mad. He's so angry at the world. You know what? Him doing drugs is better than the alternative, I will say.
Out of the way, for fuck's sake!
I'm sorry, Todd. It won't happen again.
I kind of want to make it happen again. Oh, why did it sound like something happened there? Leave your drugs on the washing detergent. Get mad at Android. You told to do the laundry. I know. Checks out. Let's see. What do I have to do? Urgent tasks. All sports. Android power. Should it be outlawed? In its third game of the season, Android pitcher X67 threw 6-7. No! A pitch that broke the 120-mile-per-hour mark. The human batsman wasn't able to swing until the ball had already reached the catcher's glove. Androids were introduced as a one-per-team innovation. They've come to dominate team strategy. Dude, this is like you have a power-up, right? And you're like, okay, this is how we're going to use the power-up, this team. I'm never safe. No, it's always 6-7. Ah! Androids are every draft sees the major professional baseball teams breaking their own transfer records to purchase these latest Android models. But is the game suffering? Jenny Waterfield, head of the fanzine Home Run, says fans are becoming... Actually, you know what? It's funny because you still see fanzines nowadays. But I remember when I was younger, when I was in high school... Oh, I feel so old saying that. When I was in high school, we talked about fanzines a lot in creative writing class. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about androids in sports. But then again, see, that's the thing. This is what I mean. You can't truly see an android as like human. There's inherently going to be differences that are impossible. Where it becomes a case of separate but different, you know? The magic of sport is seeing the limits of human potential. A machine breaking these kinds of records isn't exciting or even surprising. I mean, yeah. But not everybody agrees. Christopher Lennox, a baseball pundit in X-Picture, thinks androids are making games more exciting. These machines are shaking things up and pushing players to do even better. The game can only survive by evolving. Okay, let's go to the next one. Connecting the dots. Transport innovation is shaking up California. Oh, the subtube. That must be what they're building outside. completed its first journey today from Manhattan to downtown LA in under 2 hours, less than half the 5-hour flight time. The top speed of the 1800 mile per hour was made possible because the tube travels through a depressurized chamber, providing a near frictionless environment for its magnetized motors. Is this possible, do you think? I don't know how much real life basis this could potentially have. For commuters, this raises the tantalizing prospect of finishing a long shift in the Big Apple and putting your feet up on the Golden Coast. Pretty possible. Really? The transport innovation... Okay. California property markets are reacting. Suburban prices have skyrocketed 64%. LA realtor Charlene Lowe says that she knows where the new buyers are coming from. They're East Coast types, specifically New Yorkers. They see a chance to keep that New York salary while enjoying an LA lifestyle, and they're scrambling over each other to take advantage. Real estate isn't the only thing shaking up. School places are rapidly filling, and suburban retailers are racking up prices in anticipation for all those New York dollars flooding in. Longtime Californians are expected to be pushed out from the cities, which is why they've been protesting the new line. As one angry demonstrator puts it, first Detroit takes our job, now New York takes our homes. When's it gonna end? Why make book shape if not book? What else do I have to do? Clean bathroom. Can I clean the bathroom? Where is the bathroom? Upstairs. Can I interact with Alice first or no? What a stimulating childhood. Is everything on a timer, by the way? Maglev is crazy fast, but the limits are air resistance and how much electricity you have. That checks out. I feel like our definitions of human are different. I don't include capabilities or lack thereof as something inherent to be human. I think human limitations are definitely a factor. Like, for example, aging. That was a point I brought up earlier, that you are unable to age as an android. You can't grow old with someone. You should give her an iPad. She could read the bills that are overdue. They're kind of like an iPad. Look, they change color. Nani kore. No, actually, nani kore. What is this? I can't read it. What was that? I didn't get to read it. It's not even the same image. Uh-oh. Mostly no time window. There's time sections which aren't labeled as such, but you can infer most of those. And QTE prompts. I guess they'll say something like the other one where they kind of imply.
First up, basketball. As the Gears prepare for the critical match.
Another 225,000 jobs will up.
Oh, actually, maybe. Wonder if there's a statistic for how much I watch each channel.
President Warren spoke today at the opening.
I want to know what's on the paper. Is it replacing us?
The president again praised CyberLife's role in the exceptional performance of the U.S. economy.
Trippy. I hate making the bed. I hate it. A child is watching me. Maybe do you paper sniffer? Are you a book smeller connoisseur? I am. Medication warning. What is this? I saw this vinyl today, and in the vinyl it's like it has the way it is designed makes it look like the hair is changing color because it has like kind of cartoon art. It's the companies that make the money, but not me. I'm not making the money. I crawl into the pile of blankets and pillows. I left a mess last time I crawled out. I'm the same way, Carney. How are you? Is there anything I have to do here more? Doesn't look like it. Let's say the washroom, because that's optional, so I assume it's gonna get locked out.
Watch it.
I don't want to clean the washroom. I just saw him in the washroom. Jesus Christ. Thank God it doesn't make me do it. Clean bathroom. Hmm? That must be her room. What is the point? There's no toilet. This is so strange. What kind of house is this, dude? I mean, I can kind of understand. So guests can use the toilet and then someone can like shower. So you aren't stuck having to be in the same room, but still. As weird, man. Mop floor. I can indeed mop the floor. I hate this. I'm touching it. Why does it stop every 2 seconds? This feels wrong. This feels so wrong. Why I gotta touch it like that, dude? That... I felt uncomfortable with that QTE. Like, I feel like I violated my controller. Well... I don't think there's anything more left to do except clean your... What is... Wait, what is locked out? Oh, maybe I grab the laundry again? Oh, dang. I assume it's locked out, dude. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what I had to do was grab the laundry, maybe? But, like, it wouldn't have been done in the time I did that. Whatever. You guys... Oh, what's this? Oh, I feel like I already read this. Whatever, I'm not gonna read this one. Here, I'll put it for you guys if you want to pause and read it. There are driverless vehicles now. I've heard that for the most part they're decently reliable, but I don't know if I'd feel comfortable doing that, you know?
I just want to tidy up your room a little. I only need 2 minutes. Is that okay, Alice?
No, it's putting me on a timer. No, I definitely need more than 2 minutes, guys. No, she's an artist. That looks like a dog of wisdom. Todd's a sad-ass character, drug addicted and divorced because he lost all his jobs to androids. Shit's rough. It is very tragic. I think it depends on where they are. Also, we got this little escape route. Talk to Alice. Is there anything more? Her treasures. I think it's so hard to watch your parent become a shell of themselves too. That's part of why it's so shitty to watch your parent age. They lose access to the things that make them them
Wonderland.
by losing their motor skills, their
Of course.
cognitive functions. Is there anything more I need to do in here? It doesn't look like it. Honestly, all things considered, this house really isn't that bad.
Seems you like reading.
Well, I think that's everything. We did not do a very good job cleaning up. Oh, what a nice detail that she steps over the book.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again. You should tell me about yourself. What you like to do, where you like to go, your favorite foods. That would really help me. Your father said you chose my name. Kara. It's nice. How did you choose it? What about your mother? Will she be home soon?
I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have said anything, dude. Damn it. I'm so nosy. Remember your policy. Hold strong to your morals. Amaya, no orphans. Okay, but this one wouldn't get revenge on me because I make her like her or like me. Aww. I don't know if I unlocked this last time. Let's see. Dude, I'm so nosy. I mean, clearly it was a net positive. Hi, Hio. Welcome, Raiders. I hope you had a good time with Hio. We're playing Detroit Become Human. I yapped for like an hour on what it means to be human, so we're actually only just really playing the game now. I hope you had a good time. Hi, I'm Amaya Whisper, your snarky guild leader here to bully you, and a member of glitchstars 4th generation Aerunia, i.e. Hio's genmeat. What were you guys up to? Dude, this is so sad. We're like very near the very beginning of it, if you do not know. Hio, have you played Detroit Become Human? I love you too! Oh. Oh my god, she got her ass beat! I want to try it though. Okay, then this won't be big CYOAs. This is like... Thank you, Akon! Aw, you get it, Hio. I mean, honestly, it was all kind of all downhill the second he put on the tracksuit. Did I really only yap for 36 minutes? It felt so much longer. Oh, shit. That's us, I guess. I think you would like it. Judging pros bashing him. Okay, but how many things go downhill the second they put on the tracksuit? I'm just saying. What's up, Chestnut? How are you? I can't believe the kid broke the android. Yeah, that's the takeaway from this.
What are you doing?
I'm playing.
Did I just catch you wanting to be someone?
What you thinking? You think your dad's a lowlife? Huh? Fucking loser? Can't get a job, take care of his family? Don't you think I tried to make things work? But whatever I do, when someone comes along, they just fuck it all up! I know what you think of me. You hate me. You hate me, don't you?
Uh-oh.
Say it! You hate me! God. What am I doing? I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know I love you, don't you? You know I love you.
I wonder what I missed. Active evac. Oh, that's what I disturb taught. I made sure to disturb him. I didn't wash the dishes. Ah, I see. I did most of the things though. I mean, that is classic abusive behavior. 100% completed, though. Public opinion skeptical. Alice Warm. I forgot the dishes. Sorry, I didn't do my job. What are the stats? Tidy pills. Car discovers a way down. It's your fault if you wash the dishes. You wouldn't be so abusive. No! I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I did them in a previous file. Did I really? How do you see? Most people didn't check the backyard, but they wash the dishes. Oh, I did them in a previous file. Ah, okay. I just didn't do it so well this time. You're a bad trad wife. So sorry. I'll work on it. This is a bougie neighborhood. Can you imagine if you actually need that for the true ending? You need to wash the dishes for the true ending. I'd be pissed. I will say this is such a nice example of a rich home. There's color in it. I like color. I kind of like the old rich homes. Do I go upstairs? No, right? Can I look in Zamira? I like the warmth. Yes, artistic rich home, though I don't know how I agree about the zebra carpet. I don't think I agree with that choice. Nani kore? Robot birds! I will say, okay, from a realistic perspective, I think that robot animals definitely have a place for certain people that want, like, well, not only is it cheaper, right? But if you physically cannot care for an animal to the extent it would need to be cared for, perhaps, like, let's say you cannot take it on as many walks as you would like to and you want a dog, but you maybe have a disability, right? It is somewhat of a substitute, right? Like a simulation. Which, I mean, realistically, a lot of animals we get for our own benefit rather than, you know, just for the sake of getting one. Obviously, there's like cat distribution system stuff, but still. Or yeah, like you're in an apartment and there's like sound issues. Or you have anxiety about losing your animal. I have like nightmares about that, actually. In the kitchen. Let me in the kitchen, I'm hungry. I think another thing too is like, okay, you open the door, but you won't let me in, you fuck. Bruh. Deposit package. Do I just put it here? Can I go in now? Hell yeah! What a pretty kitchen. I love the natural lighting in this. I'm questioning the purpose of this, though. Because I would rather just have a bay window seat here and then a door outside, but this is a little... I don't know how I feel about a fireplace in a kitchen either. Would you guys like a fireplace in a kitchen? Oh my god! This is the first! A rich person home where you can actually find and use the trash can? Well, why do you have to pull it out? That seems... See, that's what I think of too. I think of easy s'mores. Oh, nani kore? Oh, I should look at my goals. I'm gonna have to do. Let's Let's see, what else is there to do? You could do barbecue in the kitchen. Wait Carl upstairs. Take care of Carl. This is beautiful. I would love a home like this. Although, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of that ceiling. You have a ceiling and this is what you painted? Like some dentist office carpet? Nah. These vases are beautiful though. I love these. There's I don't remember what it's called. But there's like a Chinese art of painting the inside of jars. It's stunning. Is that a taxidermy giraffe? I don't know how I feel about that, man. Also, taxidermy is just kind of creepy. I feel like it's gonna come to life and beat the shit out of me, dude. Oh, it's this painting. What would you even call this? Not a sunroom. I think it's too large to be a sunroom. Is pillow trash can normal? Yeah, but not when it goes up usually. And there's not a clear way to pull it up from what I saw. I would be very self-conscious if I had you as a house guest. You're probably right, Shakes. I have a lot of thoughts. But ultimately I'm like, oh, this is someone's home. If they wanna have their home like that, then you know, they're the one living in it. If you can easily find the trash can, they aren't that rich. Low key though, like actually. Hold on, well, you know, let me go back through here. Why not? What the heck? Let me in! Really? Are you serious? You conveniently stopped sliding. Whatever, man. Okay, I'll go the long way around then. If you judge me for my dakimakura, I'm gonna be mad because I'm like, ma'am, you sold it to me. I thought you had your daki or me like hidden. You're like, I can't expose that to my family. Meet Carl upstairs. In Love Rush Chronicles, your father figure-ish, or I guess rather guardian slash mentor, slash future hubby, gives you a studio like that, and it's really pretty. What the? Okay, am I the issue? Wait, Carl upstairs. Okay, let's try and go upstairs again. I'll be so real it's in its original bag because I can't let myself be a dakimakura person. I mean, honestly, fair. Let me out! Welcome back, Aki. Well, the thing is, like, it's very hard. Let me out! What am I doing wrong? No, I couldn't possibly be the issue. Okay, wake Carl upstairs. I'm trying to go upstairs. It won't let you until you put the tree on the dining room too. I didn't see a prompt when I went by it. Did I miss it? Are you serious? Figs? This bitch rich. Okay, my bad, my bad. I thought that, like, we would take it up to him and he would eat in bed. Because he's old as shit. That's why. I missed the part where it said to put it on the dining room table. See, look at this. He needs his crane thingy to go down. What is this? It's a solid gold. Calm down, bro. Well, okay, the thing is there are a lot of loopholes when you have Android inheritance, because you could have an Android inherit things. You could make an Android more well-liked, then get rid of that Android and put yourself next in line from that Android. You know, like if you have a falling out with your parents. Interesting, there's a gap here. I've never seen something like this before. It's kind of strange. And like, it makes sense, but it's also kind of weird. Figs are bougie. Have you guys eaten figs? I don't really eat them often. Sometimes there's like fig jam or something. But that's about it. I would love to have a beautiful garden just filled with flowers, like a cottagecore garden. Unfortunately, no cottagecore garden for me. Imagine you slip down this. You can actually, that's big enough for a person to fall down. Which is kind of crazy. Draw curtains. What else can I do? Nope. I don't know when I became this kind of person, but I became the kind of person where if someone, there's a lot of missing. What am I missing? What did I fail to do? The second I draw my curtains, or draw the curtains all over, guys. I'm gonna look around more. I'd say I'm upper middle class. How nice for you! Okay, well, it said I can't look around anymore. Unfortunate. This is kind of a small ass room, though. Dang it. Maybe I can do it later.
Good morning, Carl.
Good morning.
It's 10 a.m. The weather is partly cloudy, 54 degrees, 80% humidity with a strong possibility of afternoon showers.
It sounds like a good day to spend in bed.
So true, King.
I did go to pick up the paint that you ordered.
Oh, yes, I've forgotten. That is the difference between you and me, right, Marcus? You never forget anything.
You know, on the topic of forgetting things, but I think that this is like something that we failed to consider in our previous discussion. That part of to be human is to be flawed, and your capacity for flaws and the direction your flaws take are very different when you are an android, you know? No, I saw that you had your scantily clad young men and women, but still, even your fictionally scantily clad young men and women are probably better than the fictional ones I have. The actor from Marcus is from Grey's Anatomy. I know! I've seen him in other stuff, but he's like... Jesse Williams is crazy attractive. He has beautiful eyes. Well, their flaws are just different.
Arm, please, Carl.
No.
Carl. Thank you.
I just opened my eyes and I'm already gritting my teeth.
There are also some experiences
It's such a
that...
fragile machine. They break down so quickly. All this effort to keep them going. Hey, what happened to your clothes?
Oh, it's nothing. Just some demonstrators in the street, Carl.
What a bunch of idiots. They think they can stop progress by roughing up a few androids? I hope they didn't harm you.
Oh, no. They just pushed me around, Carl. I'm fine. Okay. I'll take you to the bathroom now.
Carl has such a nice, warm voice, but also... I think that one thing that people fail to consider is there are so many different ways of having an android, right? And different stages an android could be. For example, we have been thinking about potentially having like a relationship with an android, right? But has anyone considered relationships like having a child android or having an android that resembles an old deceased loved one? Things like this that we didn't really discuss before, that perhaps have some very unfortunate, you know, consequences and can be very much abused, right? And are like way more unhealthy. Like, can you imagine like someone can't have children and then they would have a child android over like adopting an actual child? That's kind of like, wow. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it would grow, but it wouldn't grow naturally. You would have to simulate its growth. You know? I'm giving Carl uppies. Sure don't want to drop him. I can drop him. Oh my god, can I drop him? Or do I just stop moving? I wonder too if there would be a sense of human dignity or shame that perhaps an android might acquire. Let me see, can I drop him? No, I just stopped moving. Yeah, like you're choosing to create a life that will do what you... that has the capacity to do whatever you want instead of just...
Anything special on the agenda?
We're zooming around,
yes,
bro.
There's the opening of your retrospective at the Museum of Modern Art. The gallery director left 4 messages asking to confirm your attendance.
I haven't decided yet. We'll see about that later.
Okay.
What else?
Just your usual fan mail. I've already answered.
Any news from Leo?
No, Carl. I can call him if you like.
No. No, don't bother.
He's fast! What the? He's schmooved down there. Dang. Like, can you imagine though? You see a child in need that has been through so much, and then someone just chooses to create an android and adopt it. It'd probably be cheaper to adopt a real child, but some people would still go for the android. I think it's probably cheaper to...
Marcus, I'm waiting.
Sorry.
Carl, I'm yapping here, okay? Yeah, I was thinking of that in the movie Robots Untitled, where they have the little parts and he gets like the hand-me-down parts in order to grow up. I am yapping. Grieving is complex and it's hard to judge those for what they need. Yeah, like I would never look down on someone because there's so many, like for example, some people have eaten their loved one's ashes. And I feel a deep sense of, not necessarily pity, but I just think of how devastating your grief must be for you to turn to something like that. You know what I mean? How would you feel if an android fell in love with you? I don't know. People already fall in love with me, and that's weird. It's interesting that you ask how I would feel if an android fell in love with me rather than falling in love with an android. Because it's a different kind of feeling, right? I don't know if I could ever feel emotionally secure in a relationship with anyone. Would it be worse or better with an android? I don't know. Which is something that would need to be considered. Like, has anyone seen the movie Her? Dude, like, okay, if you have not seen the movie Her, that movie's kind of a mindfuck. Has Joaquin Phoenix in it. My question will always be this: if every human connection person has ever only had, okay. If every human connection a person has had has ever only brought suffering, pain, or agony, but finds positivity in interacting with androids, can you fault that person? I would never fault someone for their feelings, right? People can't help how they feel, and like you're not necessarily hurting anyone. Hi, kid. What's up? I'm horribly unsympathetic to the movie Her. I will say I do probably lean towards that. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil Her, but I think you would love the movie Her, DJ. I will say that. Long term, it is cheaper to have an android, but then again, with the cost of hospital bills, having a child, maybe it isn't actually that much cheaper in terms of entry level cost for an android versus a child. I'm gonna be honest, if I had the option, I would probably be more inclined to build a child than a human one. I just don't like humans all that much, honestly. I don't want a child at all, though. I don't know. I think that it's almost like the thing is, when you have a human child, it goes into a different territory where you're low-key almost playing God. Okay, I say that you would like her a lot because it is very similar in tone to what we have discussed this stream. So.
Hey, Carl. I'm coming.
Where's you moving, buddy? Dude, his wheels on his wheelchair are so smooth. In America, you need to pay hospital bills for when you have a child. Yeah, I mean, I'm Canadian, so it's not as bad, but you want to go to the kitchen? You can't fit in the kitchen, dude, with your wheels.
I'm starving.
Well, your breakfast is ready. Bacon and eggs, just the way you like them.
Thank you, Marcus.
You're welcome.
Stop! No! I'm wheeling you away. No bacon and eggs on my watch. No, there's another prompt. What did I miss? If it's here, then I assume I can get it here. Take Charles to the dining room table. Maybe I can take him to the studio first?
Do you mind telling me exactly where we're going?
I do mind.
I would like to have my breakfast before noon, if you don't mind.
Carl's a lot bitchier than I remember. Dude, I want a McFlurry now. Dang it. No, I'm not zooming on the Android cake on purpose. I actually wasn't looking at that at all. What prompt am I missing? What could I be missing here? I feel like I'm actually really bad at getting these prompts. And I'm usually trying to be thorough. What happened? Maybe the burb? No, maybe the paint? He's just tired of your ADHD? Okay, well then he can unsubscribe from my stream. Look, it's your paint, Carl! You want the paint? You can't eat the paint, though. Okay. The Biscoff McFlurry? I do, but it's not here anymore! Nar. Okay, well I guess I just don't get it then. This is so sad. What if he wants lead in his paint? Then he would have already experienced that. That's why he wants it. Boop. Hell nah! That's not... There's no way that's sizzling. You can buy the Biscoff cookie butter and make it yourself? That's true. Maybe all your airing answers the stream title, You Are Human? I guess so.
Why don't you find something to do while I finish my breakfast?
Sure. Okay, Carl.
Was that the other one? Find something to do. What should I do, chat? It's a double-sided TV. What a concept. What a beautiful time stop thingy. What do you call this?
Television.
Yeah,
off.
when you said you had a message, I was concerned as to what the message would be,
Mankind
but
is so depressing.
so true, King.
Nothing
I'm a
but
misanthrope.
greed, stupidity and violence. 5,000 years of civilization just to get to where we are.
Yo, watch this. Better do a banger. Thanks for the PMA, you know, message. What would I want? Would I want something melancholic? What do we think of Marcus? Is he a hopeful, enigmatic, intimate, melancholic kind of dude? Which one? I kind of feel like ruining someone's day. Should we make it sad? Enigmatic. Intimate jazz. Intimate? Okay, let's try intimate since it's 2 for intimate. Will Carl let us hit? That is the question. We need the inheritance. Dude, I'm just touching the touchpad. I can't do it if am I touching it enough? Can you hear me? I have to do it up over and over again. Oh my god. Okay, this is actually painful physically. Oh, can I be done? Thank God.
Something has changed
Later
in
and
the way
on.
you play. Sometimes I think you have more humanity than most humans. One day I won't be here to take care of you anymore. You'll have to protect yourself and make your choices. Decide who you are and want to become. This world doesn't like those who are different, Marcus. Don't let anyone tell you who you should be. Let's go to the studio.
I find it interesting that he says, one day I won't be here to protect you anymore. You know? I feel like that phrasing is very telling. Yeah, what can I say, guys? I'm somewhat of a pianist myself. I don't know. Would people want to become human? Like, if people could choose, I wonder how many people would choose to be turned into something like an ad mech, where they're barely human, or to just become a complete robot.
Let's see where we left off.
Technique, dude. My
Remove the
body
sheet.
hurts. Remove the sheet. Interesting. Clean studio? I can clean the studio, buddy. Lots of different mediums. I'll be honest, I'd be throwing away my humanity so fast. Okay, but like, could someone make the argument that wanting to throw away your humanity is a very human thing? Because to me that feels like you feel too much, so you don't want to feel anymore. Cooking moved parts of digestion into the process of cooking, and we lost as a species. We've already done this many times before and we'll do it again. Wait, what? I feel like I missed something. Oh. It's sort of interesting. If I didn't feel the crab message of he resents his son, so he replaces feelings with the robot telling Carl to hurt humans because he learned music and art through the pain he felt today. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Low-key, if I was his son, I'd be pissed too. Not that his son is great, but still. How's your day been, Amaya? I don't remember. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a little hungry again. How about you, Jonathan? Technology has already replaced part of what we are as humans. We'll keep doing it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I misunderstood. That's true. We just... You're not cleaning shit, dude. To be fair, actually, what is there to clean? I'm just looking at things. Ah, here, I guess. Is that it? You didn't clean anything. Why not wash it? Okay, there's more here. What? Okay, well. Nietzsche.
So,
Are you done, Bunny?
what's your verdict, Marcus?
I'm not a very good judge.
I'll be
I
contrarian.
don't think it's your best work.
The truth is, I have nothing left to say anymore.
See, that's the thing. When I say don't like, what I wanted to say was like, I don't like it, but I don't dislike it. You know?
Each day that goes by brings me closer to the end. I'm just an old man clinging to his brush.
Carl.
But enough about me. Let's see if you have any talent. Give it a try. Try painting something.
Paint? What would I... Painting what?
Anything you want. Give it a try.
Is that money for me?
I heard throwing money at Amaya is like throwing away your humanity.
You shouldn't paint it as a bad thing, because then people won't want to do it. I like when people throw money at me. Well, assuming I deserve it, which I do, right, Jeff? I feel so cringe saying that, but thank you, Ego. I always feel weird about it, man. Being a streamer is such a strange job. If anyone here ever wants to stream and you ever intend to do it as like a career, don't start out wanting to do it as a career. And have multiple avenues of income. Deserve is a strong word? Wrong. Actually, you know what? You're right, but it is applicable to me, so whatever. There are definitely a lot of things I could improve. Paint Carl's painting. Paint statue, paint desk. I'm not sure how many options I have to paint something, but if I was going to paint anything, I would probably paint the desk because it's a simulation of someone's day-to-day life. Like, do your hot dog instead? Dude, I like hot dogs. QTE for sake of QTE. Yeah. Look, I'm painting. I touched the touchpad, so I paint.
That is a perfect copy of reality. But painting is not about replicating the world. It's about interpreting, improving on it, showing something you see.
Carl, I don't think I can do that. It's not in my program.
Go on, go. Try it. Grab that canvas.
Dude, speed round that.
Do something for me. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Trust me.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it makes a difference
Try
for
to imagine
AI to
something
close
that
its
doesn't
eyes.
exist, something you've never seen. Now concentrate on how it makes you feel, and let your hand drift across the canvas.
Oh, you notice how it's yellow? Identity. Yeah, you can have a sense of self, buddy. Androids, despair, doubts. Prisoner. I'm inclined to choose doubts or prisoner. I'm curious to see how this would manifest. Imagine saying this to someone with aphantasia. Ooh, this soundtrack's beautiful. If I was Marcus, what could I potentially feel? Probably doubt. Oh my god. What would doubt look like? You don't even know what colors you're grabbing. You can't even tell the values either. Aside from being influenced by stimuli in the room, maybe? I guess that's true. Yeah, I take it back. I do think that there's things he could do with his eyes closed, but you also have like a Google imagery in your brain as a database, and for an Android to be a perfect one-to-one, so...
Oh my god.
Hey, Dad.
Leo. I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd stop by. It's been a while, right?
You all right? You don't look so good.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Hey, listen, I need some cash, Dad.
Again? What happened to the money I just gave you?
Well, it just goes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're on it again, aren't you?
No, I swear it's not that.
No, don't lie to me, Leo.
What difference does it make? I just need some cash, that's all.
Yikers!
Sorry. The answer's no.
What? Why?
You know why.
Yeah, I think I do know why. you'd rather take care of your plastic toy here than your own son, right? Tell me, Dad, what's he got that I don't? Smarter? More obedient? Not like me, right? But you know what? This thing is not your son. It's a fucking machine!
Leo, that's enough. Enough.
You don't care about anything except yourself and your goddamn paintings. You've never loved anyone. You never loved me, Dad. You never loved me.
What did I miss? So much! Oh my. I missed so much. I feel way different about Marcus and the art after AI art has become a thing now. It's hard because, okay, here's the thing. Even if you could somehow train an AI to learn similarly to how a human learns, it's very different. You know? Like, it's inherently going to be different how an AI would learn versus how you would learn. And how the library it has access to is also very skewed. I don't know. I love how every rich character has a junkie family member. I'm gonna be so real with you. This is realistically, I just have to say that Carl probably wasn't the greatest dad. Like, I'm not saying that his son is necessarily justified, but I think there's a very, I don't remember a lot of this, right? But like, I think that Carl was probably a really shitty dad that did neglect him for his art. And he might, I don't know, maybe he was present, but I feel like there was probably a very real possibility that he wasn't. You know, just because he's good to Marcus and we see him being good to Marcus doesn't mean he was good to his son growing up. There are a lot of needs that you cannot supplement. You know? Air will never truly replicate human air or replicate art because AI is incapable of the human expression needed for it. I think to some extent it could be possible for it to be capable of some of the expression, but it wouldn't necessarily be the same. I believe there's lore you can find in game that says Carl was a very neglectful father. That doesn't surprise me at all. He's good to Marcus because Marcus reflects what Carl wants. I think so too, because like I feel like Carl and Marcus can become somewhat of an echo chamber, you know? I think Carl is an interesting character, but it's a very flawed father figure and father, you know? I think he's one of those people that thinks they're fulfilling someone's needs, but they're fulfilling it in the way they want to fulfill it so they can also fulfill their own needs and desires. And as a result, someone's left more empty than they were in the first place. What did I miss, man? There were so many things I tried to do and wanted to do. I walked by everything. Am I just not looking at the right things for prompts, or am I fucking up the timing? You know? I suspect now we're at the point like early cameras, people using with Noir to it, and something will emerge as time goes on. What do you mean? I feel like a camera's a tool though. It's a bit different. Those are different choices. So I made the same choice every time, dude. What could I have made though? What different choices could I have made? It looks like I played the piano last time. Did I do this exact same shit last time too? Oh. I guess so. Let's see. What did other people do? Androids, yeah. I mean, to be fair, why would you be super curious about androids? Intimate. Oh. Play piano. 44% want to play piano. Copy Carl's painting. Identity. Oh, I went with the most popular choice. I'm basic. You have to use a camera with a skill to capture skill still to capture and frame an image. There's still a human skill involved. AI is not like photography, and comparing it that way irritates me. I personally think they're different. I see it as a tool. Some of those prompts are like the top blast branch. I like the top blast branch. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I'm so tired. I wonder what could I have done instead then? What were the other options here that I missed? Play piano. I am sleepy. I'm very sleepy. I'm making you guys tired too. I still think it's different, Bob. Like, I do get what you're saying and that there's room to grow, but it's inherently different from like an Android doing something, because that's not an extension. It's like using like a prosthetic arm versus like everything being done from scratch by someone else, you know? Playing chess was an option. Really? I tried to play chess, but like nothing happened. That said, school me. I think I'll probably call it here. I'm not sure if I'll finish this game, but we'll see. I'm probably going to replace Sunday stream with something else. Oh shoot, is there anything I can do in terms of tasks? Let's see. Let me... A mighty EP. Could this perhaps be old age? Dude, I feel like 90% of this game I just spent yapping. Like, actually. I'm pretty sure you spent like 90% of this game yapping. For better or for worse. I beat Dispatch already. That's true. You can do it, Willow. Get through your shift. I had fun though. I hope you guys had fun and you walked away a different person, a changed person. Not actually. But I wonder what it's like though, to feel responsible for someone's change. Well, I suppose in some capacity I don't have to wonder. People will naturally just change, rubbing off on one another, you know? Well, let me say thank you, and I will do it properly this time. I'm sorry I missed people last time. Big sorry, I goofed. But let me find it. Also, if you're new here, you know, and you had a good time, this is a very good example of what to expect from other streams from me. So make sure to follow, subscribe, stick around, maybe join the Discord. I need to set up a movie night, actually. I see. I'm walking away drunk. Sorry, what does this mean? Are you actually drunk? On what? Life? That's what you're drunk on, right? You're drunk on life? A good portion of it was interacting with chat and answering, and the questions you were asking and how to interpret the messages the game was sending. I personally value that, and I like discussing it. I know it's not for everybody, though. Which I totally understand. Maybe in another 2 years, you'll want to continue this game, forget what you did, and thus restarting. That is very plausible for me, Shy. Who dare enjoys life? Not on my watch. But thank you very much, Demo. Thank you, Crispy. Thank you, Homeless. Thank you, Nori. Thank you, Spartan. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Xy. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Neat. Thank you, Hiko. Thank you, Sully. Thank you, Aki. Thank you, Salt. Thank you, Soda. Thank you, Lemon. Thank you, Nocturne. Thank you, Mac. And thank you, Wiz. Also, if you're tier 3, make sure to submit your quest by the 15th of the month. So you can get your custom whatever bob if you so choose. You know? I mean, it depends on, like, I guess... I feel like it's similar to, like, a Ship of Theseus concept in which, like, how much of this being the original makes it the original, you know what I mean? If everything gets replaced. Like, similarly so to if you have only 1% human involvement in this, but the human made the entirety of this machine, is it a fully human creation, or that machine creates, or is it a fully machine, you know, creation? Think about it, chat. Are there any tasks I could do? I could do 15 push-ups. I will not do 15 push-ups. I could do 25 sit-ups. I will not do 25 sit-ups. Play dating sim. Nope. Ooh, Slay the Princess. I have played Slay the Princess before, though. Oh shit, yeah, you know what? I think I'll replace Sunday with not Slay the Spire, Chaos Zero Nightmare. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Warhammer, right? Yeah, then Sunday I'll probably replace with CZN, because 9 just came out. Yeah. I think that's all for me today. Oh, dude, I think I'm bleeding. Dang it. Oh no, I just scratched myself, though. It's like raw. That is very... Huh, it stings. I did pull her. It didn't take me too many, and I have her signature. I will say, actually, at least so far, CZN is pretty easy to save in, but I also have the daily pass, and I'm light-ish spender. But yeah. Anyways, is there anything else I'm forgetting about, chat? Oh, yes. Merch will be gone in... Hold on. Merch is for sale until the 17th. So... I was looking at Akon. So if you have not gotten merch and you want merch, we're still working on the prizes. Oh, we really need to do that. Need to decide for the clipping contest. But yeah, anyways. Yeah. If you have not gotten your merch and you want your merch, you have until the 17th. Why your RNG better than mine? I don't know, man. It's not very much better. Only sometimes, perhaps. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's all. I'm pretty sure I'm going to raid... Oh, shit. Who do I have to raid? Let me see. Three hours. Jesus. Oh yeah, I'll raid Maple because I don't want to force Mina to potentially stream longer if she wants to call it soon. Because she's been streaming like 7 hours. I'm always hesitant to stream or raid people who have been streaming a very long time because I do not want to... Oh, wait, Leah's streaming Undertale. Okay, on Twitch I'll raid Leah, and then on YouTube I'll raid Meeple. There you go. Anyways, good night, chat. Rest well. Next stream is tomorrow at... What do you call it? 7 p.m. EST. Okay, good night. Bye. I'm leaving. I'm going to get milk. The milk is being acquired, but I don't know if I'll come back.